Okay.
I'm gonna try to do this on my phone.
Alright, we are live. Welcome to Dragons in the Dining Room. DMLoxy presiding. You want to hit the kitchen light, please, honey, so I don't kill anybody?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
That was my fault.
You're fine. I'll kill your character later.
Okay.
This is Nerevis. We are... Why is the camera weird? Who do you... Zach. I hope you're watching this. It's...
I got it. There you go.
There. Thank you. You know, we're just gonna get a GoPro and like strap it to a selfie stick for him. That's my new plan. Does that work? That'll work.
We'll get that one that goes around the neck and sits right here so you can see where he's walking.
Oh, thanks, football chick.
Hi, football chick.
Hi, football chick.
I will take pictures of you. I have your yarn for your bag,
Doesn't
and
care
I will
about us.
take
Yeah, no,
pictures soon.
we're chopped liver, so I.
Well, as long as you guys know your place, I guess that's all that's important.
I guess I could not.
Oh gosh.
Hey,
Aurora is here too.
Alright, so last time we had some shenanigans that happened. A fireball went off in Center City, Silas, right near the palace. I am going to put this map. I think I will take a picture of it and put it on Twitter later so everyone else can see. For now, I'm just going to give it that. This is the city of Silas. All of my players should have it. Hey, Krabby Patty.
Krabby Patty ruined my date.
Oh.
Yeah, that fireball ruined Paris's date. To be fair, it could have happened anyway. I don't know. I got a leech treat this morning, and I got to care for Mini Leech for a few minutes, so my life is now complete. It was all just good things today. Yes, Parisa.
Oh, I just dropped my ball of yarn.
Oh.
That's okay.
Okay, so who wants to give us a brief recap of what happened last time?
I have a rat in my bag.
Yes, Sacco, tell us about your rat.
It's a rat. I don't know anything about it. I brought it to talk to her boyfriend so I could ruin their date, but Krabby Patty got to it before me.
And how did you acquire said rat?
I put it in a bag.
Okay, disadvantage on rolling on your first roll of the night. Parisa, do you want to give us a quick rundown of what?
Technically, it's not a bag. Technically, I have it tied up in a shirt because I didn't want to put it in my bag at first. And then I put it in my bag after I got it in the shirt. But I played tag with it for a while and I won.
And you won.
I won.
Jason Moomoo's milkshake brings all the priestess to the yard.
And I'm like, I got there first. I will race you for Jason Momoa.
Okay, Taya.
He's got
You
more
know-
than me.
Yeah, but she moves about as much as Well, Taya knows, so I mean, it's all for love.
Oh my god. So we're just trying to get over a recap and we're getting nowhere fast. Parisa, please. For advantage in the favor of the DM.
So, Parisa accidentally charmed the captain dude of the guard.
I believe he has a name.
His name?
Yeah.
She didn't have a date with him yet, so she didn't catch it.
You didn't get that part.
If anybody remembers, hey Poison Ivy Pika, I need to catch up with you.
I honestly don't remember, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Does anybody remember the captain of the guard's name?
Yeah,
All I can remember is Jason Momo.
No, Akathor totally remembers.
His name was not Jason Mumu.
I know that. I'm
It
just saying that's all I can
was-
remember.
It started with an L. And I keep calling him Lazarus, but I know that's not right.
No.
Nerevis or something like that?
No. He had like an actual like human name, not a fantasy name.
Marcus?
He did. I'm gonna give it half a second.
Going forward.
She was trying to get some of the fireball right.
I helped.
Chick.
I
Thank
helped.
you.
Yeah, so for everyone else at home, while I'm giving my party a brief moment, here is an actual map of the world. Da, 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 da.
See, I wanted to say Marcus, but that's
It wasn't Marcus.
No, but that's probably the closest so far.
Merrick?
It was a hot
It
date.
was Merrick.
It was a hot date.
Maverick.
And see, my brain's wanting to say like Sebastian, but that doesn't sound right either. I don't remember.
We'll get back that. You are,
I think it might have been Maverick.
No, Maverick was in something else because
Okay.
I made a crack about Goose.
Okay.
So, we're gonna just go off,
Oh.
what recently happened. Eric and spent some time out in some farm fields chasing a rat.
Well,
I almost said
following
Hakuba.
Trails. I was
You stole my pencil.
No, it was sitting on the table. I didn't steal anything. It was sitting
I
on the
want it
table.
back. This one's got purple on it. You know what else has got purple on it?
My dice. And my love.
That's better.
I followed some trails.
Hey, Wheezy.
What's up,
Hey,
Weezy? I followed some tracks of rats that were supposedly the demon rats. Followed it out to the farm fields. Had a conversation with some of the farmers out there, and they made
Yep.
mention of some strange woman.
Yep.
Made my way back into town, saw one of those strange rats by the temple, followed played tag with the strange rat, and eventually caught it inside my shirt, threw it in my bag, and approached these guys on their date. And just after, at the same time, right in that area, some strange woman on a rooftop went, ah, and we blew up.
Yes.
How you feeling, Tim?
Wheezy wants to know.
Oh, hello. Fantastic.
That's pretty much a lie. It's pretty rough.
That's code for I'm sore.
Yeah.
It hurts. Yeah, so that sums up you and the rat. Parisa, you were out on a date and you were on your way to the Temple of Lyricil. Akathor also caught up to you and your date, who's going to remain nameless at the moment.
I mean, I can't believe that you would consider going out with a guy and you don't even know his name.
Oh, hush up, Tim.
What does that say, Parisa?
And Rogith, you spent some time in the archives and found some disturbing findings that I won't spoil for you because I will totally leave that up. And you also found a coin. I believe you and Eric found a coin.
I found the coin.
You found the coin.
And I pointed out to him as it was somewhat different than the actual holy symbol of his deity.
Yes, and his
Keys of it.
deity is.
Are you asking him or me?
I'm seeing if anyone else at the table can say who your deity.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What was the question?
Yeah.
Who is his deity? He's
Who's-
a paladin of.
Who's? Oh, Marasa.
Oh!
Come on. Where have you guys been?
I came from another world. I don't know these deities very well.
I only acknowledge one deity.
And that is.
Isandriel.
Wow. So
I am
we got an elitist and a freaking.
I am slowly
Noob.
gonna start putting lore up for Nerevis on Twitter and Facebook, just kind of spoon feeding it out there as I have started to get questions on a little bit of backstory, which is awesome because that means you guys want to know more. So, yeah, a fireball just went off in front of the embassy.
My
Rogan,
past was going, no!
yeah, you saw a familiar face, and then there was a fireball. When you looked around after the fireball, thankfully there was no serious damage to nearby buildings or anything of that nature. She's gone. And the embassy doors flew open, and Emmeline, who is Parisa's mother, and the Loxley ambassador come storming out the door.
Emily.
Emmeline. Oh, thanks, Wheezy. Have a great Thanksgiving dinner. It was good to see you.
See you, Weezy.
Have a good night.
Emmeline.
What is the meaning of this? Captain. Parisa? Parisa!
Captain.
Wouldn't you like to know? This is where you guys go back to last week's session, or 2 weeks ago, and look it up really quick.
I'm not going to bed with the guy. I don't care what his name is.
I didn't actually technically meet him, so I didn't write him down.
Yeah, you did.
He already did a nat fire.
There is a
And
give
that audio-
nat 20.
Are you
No.
kidding?
No, that's a
That's
good
a
nat
nat
fire.
What? I'm like, oh, that's what I'm doing.
Krabby, you're so evil.
That's
I
the
love
noise. That's the noise for give nat fireball. By the way,
We
if,
just started!
He's got to get all 3 of them in.
Oh
That's
my
what's
God.
going on.
Okay, hold on.
by the way, boys and girls, please let me know what you think of those new sound clips. If they're too loud or not loud enough, I need to know.
Alright, so it's gonna happen. I'm gonna roll for the fireball. No fireball!
Take that, Krabby.
It was really close. It was 20 and then it rolled back. Oh, and there's the give nat 20. Thank you, Weezy.
Thank you,
Thanks, Weezy.
Thank you, Easy.
What are you doing?
Parisa,
She's
Yeah.
listening to figure out what his name was.
Oh.
you arrived. I just got out of my meeting and we heard an explosion. Is everyone all right?
Yes, this ball of fire just came out of nowhere.
Reunions.
I think
And this brave captain of the guard protected me and tried to shield me from the blast.
Captain, please introduce yourself. Don't be rude.
Okay, so DM confession time. I don't remember. At least I'm honest about it.
You tried so hard to make us feel bad, and you're the whole time you're like, oh,
I'm like, crap, I really don't remember. So we're gonna call him Meliodas.
Meliodas.
Can it at least be the drawing of Meliodas on the wedding poster? Okay, I'm good with that.
Meliodas.
Captain!
Oh
Captain.
God!
Carisa's lover. That's how he's getting put in my
Okay,
notes.
so I will switch his name back as soon as I
Oh.
remember what the hell it
I
was.
kind of want to still come and keep Meliodas.
It was not Meliodas.
No, it was some.
It was a really cool name, and now I don't remember.
that's why taking notes is good.
I have.
Where are your notes?
You don't
On
get
my
to
computer.
talk with all the crap you've pulled out of your ass for Laura. You have zero
Do you know
ground.
why I have to?
Because
you
we're
guys,
freaking awesome.
because you guys make me.
What's the baker's name? What's his mother's name?
Hoof and trot. Dang it.
What's the random little orphan's name that we decided we're going to adopt?
Timmy.
The DM struggles are real. All right. Yes. I've met him. You attempted to save my daughter?
Oh, you have met him.
Why? I'm sorry, and you are?
Hello, I am Akathor. I am Carisa's bodyguard / escort /
Escort.
bodyguard. Bodyguard / escort / bodyguard.
Bodyguard.
Ah, and you must have been the one to escort her from Hylor.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, that is correct. I have been protecting her with my life very well, as you can see.
Until the fireball.
She's alive.
Until the fireball.
I had no idea that fireball was coming. And first of all, ouch, by the way. Because I don't know, did everyone else... I mean, ow.
You have my thanks for protecting her and getting her here safely. And she pats you on the
Durant's
shoulder.
okay.
And as I'll get to you.
You were such a
And
shit show.
as she pats you on the shoulder, you feel this warm, almost like you've been standing in sunlight, come over you, and you're healed. And you feel very... What word do I want to use that you guys
Warm
aren't
and
going to
fuzzy
tear apart?
inside.
You feel like a visit to the Temple of Lyrikill is a great idea.
Okay, bye.
I'm sorry, the rat and you, young man. Parisa, how many escorts have you adopted?
Oh, I'm not escorting her. We just happen to all be traveling in the same direction. I'm actually looking for, and of course, yeah. I'm looking for Benjamin Cuthbert, his son. I'm trying to find him. We just happen to kind of all meet up.
You're looking for Benjamin Cuthbert, or you're looking for
His
his
son.
son? Ah, William!
And we kind of met up in Hoof and Trot, killed a bunch of rats, and made our way here.
I'm sorry, I can't speak basic.
But
Well,
that's neither here nor there. She's not my escort. And the rat is one of those spy things that keeps turning into ooze. I figured out a few bits of information about it, and I was coming to talk to Meliodas here about what's going on, and then we got blown up.
She looks around. Everyone into my office. We will have this conversation like civilized folk.
I was like halfway to the Temple of Lyrico. I'll turn around and walk back.
Oh, thank you, Ness!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice. Thanks, Ness.
Woo!
7 months.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's crazy, isn't it?
The sad part
Cool
is,
crazy.
the sad part is he's got too many tags on there, so you can't see the new image.
I know. Same as mine. It's sad.
I will offer you all food, refreshment. Young man, is this a conversation you believe we need to have immediately, or should it wait till morning when we are refreshed?
My guess is now.
Of course.
I'm with him on that one.
I think
And she accords a slight bow as she sees your symbol. A paladin of Marasa?
Yes, ma'am.
You are welcome here. And
Zachariah! His name is Zachariah!
yes, it is!
Everybody, of course we knew that the whole
told
time.
you it started with a Z.
Which I'm so glad because Meliodas did not feel right.
What did I say?
You thought it started with an M.
Zachariah,
No.
Malachi,
He
Zephaniah.
thought-
No,
I thought it started with
What did I say earlier though?
an L.
Lazarus is the one I was
No.
joking
Okay.
about.
well,
Anyways.
either way,
I might have said Zachariah.
no, but it was. I think you were pretty close.
Okay.
It was, yeah.
She escorts you into the embassy, and inside the embassy doors, it is all this jaded. It almost looks like jade, but with a marbled texture. And there is a fountain, and it feels a little bit like a greenhouse. There are plants everywhere. There's exotic flowers, things from in and out.
Good.
We need a break. Is it too early to take our first break?
Plants from in and out of season are all in bloom, and there are a couple other Loxley attendants as well. And you notice there is no metal anywhere. Door handles, hinges, things that would normally be made of metal are all made of either bone or antler or I just lost the word.
Bone, stone, or wood.
Thank you.
Bone, stone, or wood.
Plant, animal, or mineral.
Bone, stone, or wood.
Nothing is safe.
Not here at the temple, please.
Oh, sorry.
And she brings you into a private chamber, and there's reclining couches everywhere, but they are made of trees that have actually grown across this jaded marbled floor and risen up, but they feel soft, like they're coated in this moss, and it's really cool. Like you go to Boundary Waters and there's those rocks, but they're all moss covered, and it's like, oh, squishy.
I'm liking these.
They're squishy.
Ah, thank you. I grew them myself.
So how long has it been since you two saw each other last?
Almost a year.
Mm-hmm.
I
But-
knew that.
There will be time for that later.
Oh, okay.
And she has this apologetic look towards you, Parisa. Captain Zachariah, you should join us. Ma'am.
I cover my metal weapons as best as possible. of respect for her.
It is appreciated, but as long as I don't touch them, I am quite comfortable here. So tell me of this rat.
Oh, yes. Well.
And I'm sorry, young man, your name. You told me whom you were looking for, and what you were. Something about a rat, but you did not give me your name.
No, I had not. It's a bad habit of mine.
I
So,
see.
what was going on is when we got into hook and trot.
What is your name, young man?
That was coming.
And you watch her hands just kind of.
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
And she opens her hands. There's what appears to be a lotus bloom in her hands.
It's poison. Oh, don't eat it.
And you can make a dex save if you really, really want to. You don't feel like she's doing you harm, but...
That would be a 17.
As you just dodge out of the way and she gives Parisa this frazzled look. Parisa, dear.
Yes.
Let's see if you have better luck. Your name?
Eric.
Thank you. Let's see. Yeah.
Where'd the flower go?
It just, the petals just dissipate. It's, I mean, they're beautiful. Tell me of this rat.
I don't know.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome
How's it
home!
going?
Konnichiwa. Actually, it's Konbanwa, I think. Because it's nighttime.
In Korean?
Yeah, no, Japanese.
Kobonwa.
Konbanwa. That's what it was.
Konbanwa?
Konbanwa.
Nerds.
Welcome to linguistics.
Oh, that's what I did. I mixed it with Ohio. Okay. Anyway, I don't know.
Tell me what has transpired.
I did. But all I can tell you about these rats.
I really want to hit you.
And she waves for like a pitcher of wine to be brought in.
What I do know is these, if this is the same type of rat that we fought in Hoof and Trot, which my guess is they are because of the tracks that I followed, they're not normal. First and foremost, if you hit them and you don't kill them outright, they separate and become
And I spelled it wrong.
they separate and become multiples of itself.
Interesting.
However, it does seem they have a limit. I think they can only split 3 times.
I see. And she waves another hand and you see that there's a scribe in the corner taking notes furiously.
The other thing is when they do die, they turn into this nasty little ooze.
Ah.
I don't know much about that, but I know it wasn't fun, a good idea to touch. They seem to be somehow loosely related to Marasa.
Oh.
I know nothing of this.
Yes, you do. I showed you.
So, other than the coin and whatnot.
Coin?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I followed tracks from the Temple of Marasa out into the fields and talked to some farmers out there. And they gave me some really fun stories. I'm going to follow up on them because it sounds like a blast. But apparently there's a strange woman that shows up in the field
Oh, not again.
and has something to do with rats. And when I dug around where the woman was supposed to have been seen, I found a coin that looks like Marasa, but it has keys on it instead of the normal imagery.
I see.
I'm not too familiar with a lot of the temples around here, so I wasn't sure what I had come across, so I showed it to him.
Not again, Mother.
There's been an unnerving amount of sightings recently of a strange woman, and her description varies slightly between the seeings, but more and more of these. We've seen an alarming amount of graffiti popping up people have been defacing temples of Marasa and her shrines. And I don't know if defacing is quite the right word, as her symbol is being replaced with that of this one with the crossed keys. However, if it is to the point where they are now minting coins, I fear that there is more to this than we first anticipated. There is... Parisa, in your mind, you hear your mother's voice. How trustworthy are your companions? I trust your judgment, daughter. No pressure.
None have given me reason to distrust them.
Yet.
However, the other two I've only known for a day. Not even a few hours.
Back in your head, I am inclined to trust the paladin. I don't feel anything adverse from him. However, I'm not quite sure about the mental soundness of this Eric fellow.
That's fair.
And your monk escort seems a bit odd as well. He given you cause for concern on your journey?
No, he does seem a little bit protective, though.
I wonder if he's not quite smitten with you.
He hasn't.
One day in Silas and a love triangle already. That's my girl. And you guys watch this weird look come over Parisa's face. And without missing a beat, as Emmeline continues her montage, I fear you've all had a very long day. We should see this rat.
Oh, I'm not sure that's a good idea.
I can ward it. He will not leave this room. And you watch her flick her wrists, and this pollen comes out and blankets the ceiling and the walls and the floor. However, it does not land on any of you. You will learn in time. Rogith, your pally senses light up involuntarily, and you feel that somehow this room has become consecrated to nature.
Ooh.
Instantly.
Oh my. Okay.
And there is no question in your mind that you are dealing with a very powerful woman.
Mm-hmm. So it's a little straighter, a little more
Not
power.
everything, Leech. Not everything. And shh.
I reach down into my quiver and I pull out one of my arrows.
Okay.
And I'm holding it just below the
Shaft?
broadhead.
Okay. Not the shaft, the fletching.
No, I'm holding it right below the tip. And I'm going to reach in and grab the rat around the neck
Okay.
and lift it with the arrow at its...
And you can, for the briefest moment, you see this facial expression of displeasure, but it's quickly replaced as she's eyeballing this rat.
And it just... but I am not pulling it all the way out of the bag.
Okay. Just enough to...
Probably up to its shoulder.
And where did you find this creature?
By the Temple of Marasa.
It is not natural. Have you...
I think I just explained that.
I'm confirming, dear one. Akathor, was it?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you sensed... Jill. Have you sensed anything, or you, Rogith?
When I opened my senses, they were... It was
Want to watch it separate into multiples?
No, thank you. I don't feel that's necessary. I wonder. And you watch her close her eyes and extend her hand towards the rat, not touching it, but just towards it. Parisa, you immediately recognize that she is doing Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And you, yes, Eric?
Would I also know, knowing that?
Yes, you would know as well. Sorry, you were out of the room, dear one. And you immediately watch as she finishes murmuring the words for the spell. Her face scrunches up and she pulls her hand back and kind of...
Are you alright?
Can I kill it now?
I don't believe we should touch it. I don't know if we should kill it either. But that is not an animal.
What do you mean?
As Loxlies, we have an affinity towards natural beasts.
Mm-hmm.
This rat is some sort of shadow creature or demon or fiend of some nature.
It is not a fiend.
It is not a fiend. Is this... Are you well versed in fiends?
Yes. And the undead.
You'll hear back in your mind, Priest, that he may be useful after all.
I hunt them exclusively.
Are you for hire then?
For the moment, I have no other business.
And what is your level of...
Do you have a window that we can access briefly?
Thank you.
I could make it so, yes.
Okay. I have a friend that's not present with us and should be.
She scrunches her eyes together
Bless you.
and walks over and touches the wall, and you watch as this marble jade moves to create a window.
I'm going to stick my head out and see if I can see the bird.
Hey, make a bird!
You do not see her.
Aramis. Aramis.
You remember her name? Yes, just kidding. And sure enough, you barely get to call her name a second time, and she swoops in and lands on your shoulder.
Wait,
Okay.
do you remember her name? Or would it just be confusing?
Aramis.
You call out for her, and you realize the name's back without you even being aware.
Does that trigger anything for me?
Roll me a wisdom save.
Dang.
Oh!
That's a 25.
Damn! You do remember that, yeah, this bird's name is Aramis, now that he mentions it. You feel a little unsure of the story of her being a discarded wizard's familiar,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't remember
The details.
the details of the first conversation.
Okay.
But you feel like there is definitely more to this bird than meets the eye.
Okay.
As you watch your mother
No.
cock an eyebrow, and in your mind, you sense it too. The bird is unnatural as well.
Kill it.
No, this bird is natural.
No, that was to her mind. I don't sense evil, though. Do you?
No, I did not either.
He seems blissfully unaware.
That he does.
Ah. And
And I think she wanted it to stay that way, I think.
the
Huh.
window closes and is replaced with that green jaded marble once more. And
Just if anybody needs it. Try to deal with it.
Well-
Thank you. I helped heal her when I woke up and kind of am fond of her.
well, it seems she's fond of you as well. leave us. She raises her voice, and there's an air of command to it for the first time you hear that edge. As everyone except the four of you leave the room, and she once again waves her hand, and there's this soft, glistening light. Nothing we say in this room can be heard outside.
My turn.
Listen.
Thank you.
I must ask you all to swear to secrecy what I am about to tell you.
I know nothing.
Do we need to be worried about this rat hearing things?
Well, it's supposedly a spy.
That's
Oh,
That's the
What
rumors. That's the rumors going about. Is they're spies?
that was one I had not heard. I wonder, I did not consider that information could be sent telepathically. And she...
That's kind of an odd thing to say, considering you wield magics that do this.
Forgive me, it has been a long few days and I have yet to rest. I suppose we could here. And she waves her hand, and it's alive, but it feels
Frozen?
weightless to you, and it's kind of frozen in the air like that with this soft outline of light around it. It'll be fine, but no
I'm not worried about
sound
it.
can go through.
What did you do to it?
I hibernated it, I think is the most apt term.
Why not just kill it? It is an abomination.
We may have need of it.
Okay.
I will leave its fate in your hands once you hear what I have to say.
What if we can track it?
Back to exhaustion?
They disappear.
You, fiend hunter,
Eric, you asked my name, so why not use it?
my apologies.
You, Derek.
I must swear you all to secrecy.
I know nothing.
I believe, I know my daughter has been well versed in religions and traditions of the land. And you, Paladin, I'm sure you're quite aware of the history of your goddess. Akathor, at the shrine of Hylor, did they go into detail of the origins of the other gods? I imagine?
I would imagine.
Throw me a bone here, DM.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yes, I would imagine yes. Sorry, I had
And-
something stuck in my throat.
Eric, you implied you were not from here.
No,
How
I
much-
did not. I said I was not familiar with all of the deities.
Ah, my apologies. I made an assumption. As we have so few here, it is odd when someone is not well versed.
I've spent most of my time hiding in the trees and whatnot, so civilization was not my best company.
Ah,
That's obvious.
child of Yasana, may it be. Carissa,
Yes.
you hear that, you know better. Akathor, am I not homeschool? What do you know of the deities of this land, Eric?
Not much. As I said, I spent most of my time in the woods. I have not had much time with civilization or religion.
Ah, I will give you a brief rundown.
Okay.
Hylor is the god of light and healing. He is considered the father deity, if you will.
That would be your guy.
Papa Hylor, yeah.
Okay.
Lyricil is the goddess of love and beauty.
That's the one you were going to go visit with the captain, right?
Oh?
Oh.
you hear the eyebrow raise.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Busted.
Well, you had mentioned something about a date and going to visit that temple and spending some time there with your date.
Yeah.
So you do know what I'm talking about.
Moving forward.
I think I embarrassed her.
And you can tell your mother is just kind of slowly putting her head down and like, yeah.
You do remember that there is one problem with Eric's personality traits, right?
There's a lot of problems with Eric. Remind me.
The very first line when it comes to personality. I bluntly say what other people are hinting at or hiding.
Yes.
Sorry.
I am gonna
Not sorry.
actually pull this up so I have more notes.
Ooh, you got some Kenny G for us there, Mr. Leach? Mr. Dr. Leach?
It's Dr. Leach, not
Mr. Dr. Leach.
Oh.
Okay, everyone in chat, forewarning, you're gonna have to forgive me. This is a tiny bit wordy, but you'll live.
Expose.
Some of my players have heard this, others are about to. The gods have always been there, Eric. However, time and space move differently for them than they do for us. One day, as she was strolling her gardens, Lyricil, the goddess of love and beauty, looked down and saw a man struggling to make his way.
My apologies.
For what?
That's
I
Dr.
called him
Leach.
Mr. Dr. Leach. He said it's Dr. Mr. Leach. So
Oh.
I apologize. I'll get it right next time.
That's Dr.
Lyricil, being who she is, saw beauty in the pride that man had for his work, and she aided his toils of the earth with blooms and pleaded to Ysandrael, our goddess of nature, to assist. Ysandrael accepted, while voicing concerns over the destructive nature of man. After a mere few hundred years, Ysandrael receded, falling back toward the grove of the Loxlies. Elves, who, well, some say we have elvish roots. However, I've learned that
Is
man...
that a pun?
It wasn't, but it should be.
Sorry.
I love you. And I want to choke you at the same time. Some say we have elvish roots. However, apparently everyone thinks elves to be myth.
I've met one or two.
You have? Where?
In the woods.
Around here?
No, not necessarily.
Where,
I can't really place it on the map. Again, I've traveled quite a bit. I've hunted a lot of undead.
And how did you know they were elves? Do they really have pointy ears?
Yes.
Fascinating. Oh, I digress. After a few hundred years, Ysandrael came back to us and claimed us once again as her children.
Loving mother.
Although, well, man loved Lyricil, but she was becoming a weary, lone goddess. Warmed by her undying selflessness, Hylar was drawn to her and the kingdom of Nerevis. He aided her and healed her of weariness and loneliness. The gifts of healing he gave to man to ease the burden on Lyricil, whom he consorted with. The sun shone for 3 days straight, it is said, when the god and goddess lay together. Their consummation was rewarded with a daughter, Marasa. Springing forth, she saw the need for balance and became the goddess of death. Due to the nature of her parents, however, she was both beautiful and wonderful to behold, using her domain to heal the wounds of the soul that it had attained in life. It is said that those who entered the domain of Marasa were welcomed with open arms as they entered rest. Her priests and priestesses will attest, and paladins, I'm sure, that death is not the end, nor is it evil.
No, but sometimes it's fun.
Later on, they were joined by Elkalor, the god of the seas. And after that, Corindor, the god of justice. Many years went by in splendor, and then Marasa was kidnapped by a neighboring deity whose name was lost.
Does that mean somebody found the name again?
I will get there. But yes, it is possible that that is who is responsible for this.
I'm not entirely sure.
Long story short, Corindor went after Marasa. outraged by the offense. He called many to his cause, and war ensued. Creatures previously unknown to this area began pouring into the land. What we now know as ogres, goblins, kobolds, vampires, creatures of night, and some that masquerade themselves as emissaries of light.
Doppelgangers?
I suppose I am not familiar with this doppelganger. Corindor was badly wounded, but was able to get to Marasa. When he got there, she was already great with child. She finds submission to her captor, only to slay him from behind, as he was thrown down into what we now know as...
And that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Well, yes. The void of the gods. Her twin daughters were ripped from her and also lost. It is believed that this deity and her daughters had been slain. However, some of the rumors we've been hearing and seeing the defacing of the Temple of Marasa has made us wonder if maybe there is not some secret cult, as the crossed keys was a symbol of twins.
Oh. Interesting.
Marasa receded back to her domain, but she split it asunder in half. Some of it remaining the healing place that it had been, the other half, well, a hell of sorts, I suppose, if you will, to punish those for those only deserving.
Okay.
That is what you would need to know, but do you have questions?
What are we going to do about the rat? How do we find out who's sending it? What's with the woman that shows up as a scarecrow and isn't? What's with the coin that I found? Yeah, lots of questions.
As to the coin, I know not, although it's troubling. I am wondering if there is not a secret following. Whether...
Not so secret now, I found it.
You said there have been some temples defaced or defiled with this false image. Has there been anyone caught so far in related to that we can start trying to track down? It seems like a good place to start.
I didn't see anything when I was tracking around the Temple of Marasa here that would indicate anything but the rats.
There has not. There has been no defacing here in Silas, but many of her shrines and temples in some of the smaller towns and villages, or at the Traveler's Way stops. It's odd, though, as the others have remained untouched.
Maybe they can't fight against Marasa. Maybe they can only poke at the less guarded places. I mean, if I was going to try and take something down that was super big, I'd always start on the outset and take out the minor things so that I could create openings. And once you create the openings, then you can weasel your way in, and if you do it just right, you can strike at the heart before anybody knows there's even a crack in the armor.
That begs a question. When did these defacings first start?
Roughly 3 months ago. About the same time that Fort Calyx reported an alarming increase in the amount of creatures coming from the swamp.
The ogres that I ran into.
Yes.
I saved
You
some
ran
kids.
into ogres?
Yeah, well, sorry. I stole some kids from ogres.
Well done. This is quite a lot to take in. I must speak to the king.
Can we speak to the king too?
I can request an audience for you, and I can pretty much guarantee that I could get one for Parisa. I will see about getting the rest of you in as well. If not, I will act as a go-between, but if not, I would charge you myself with getting to the bottom of this, and I will equip you as best I can for it.
It would be easier to be charged by the king. We'd have much more privilege that way.
And none of
might
it
be
is to be
politically
done
inconvenient.
covertly.
I still have to find William though.
William Cuthbert, he should be at the academy if he is not yet departed for the shrine.
The academy. Okay.
Yes, in the city of Silas, when everyone comes of age between 18 and 21, they are sent to the academy to either learn a trade or be taught. Given his
It's a trade school.
natural abilities, he, from what I've heard, is quite a fearsome warrior and a cleric of some renown, although of course not official yet.
May we bed down for the night, and then in the morning go about finding Mr. Cuthbert and or possibly meeting the king. We are going to have a busy day tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow I do have to head to the academy myself at some point to apparently speak with a young lady. The instructors brought attention. It seems she has some interesting gifts they wish me to evaluate.
Gifts?
She has an affinity for magic and reading books of magic that Silas has not seen for some time.
Sounds like a wizard.
Yes. Lysine, I believe her name was.
Sounds familiar.
I haven't met her, but we shall see.
Keep your wits about you. Something in the back of my head says be careful.
Of course, and you as well. Now, as to the rat,
I'm always careful.
I don't... Good, I don't want grandchildren. As to the rat, that last part was in your mind. As to the rat, I will leave it to your judgment. I do not know if I am capable of tracing it, as that lies outside my purview of magic. However, if you don't mind, I would like a private conversation with your friend.
Eris?
Nerevis flutters over to her hand.
You are one fickle bird. Let me grab the rat.
You gonna kill it?
Yeah? But not here. She might not want us putting a big hole in her.
I was just asking.
I appreciate it. And she waves her hands and the wards drop.
If I grab the floating rat, does it come with me?
Yes.
Oh, good.
In about
Just pull on like the blue.
8.25 hours time, that will fade and he will regain himself.
Ooh. I have an idea.
Yes.
Oh, nothing you can deal with.
Ah,
You don't like metal.
I do not. Carissa, my dear, I am so proud of you and I'm so sorry we don't
I'm
have
gonna
more
call
time
Derek
right now.
here.
You have work to do, Mother.
Better be.
Derek.
As
there.
do you, as I understand it.
I know. That's
And you
where
watch
this
her
comes from.
wink at Zachariah,
Oh,
who turns beet red.
Make a cage for her.
Oh God.
Okay.
And watch what happens over the next couple days.
What if
And
it
you
just
hear in your
disappears?
mind, he's not a bad
You
choice.
learn something about me?
Oh, awkward.
There should be plenty of live rat traps.
There are
No, I'm thinking about actually making a cage
Nice, okay.
for it.
there are rooms
Fair enough.
here at the embassy
Like, rivet the thing in so
that
you
any
can't
of you
push
are welcome
forward
to avail yourself to.
and create the bars, put the top on, and rivet it down.
However, the Temple of Lyrikill is not
yeah.
far, and they also have
Accommodations.
thank you for late evening.
4 eggs?
That is a word for it. Yes.
Right. Gosh, why don't you just say it? She's gonna go get laid.
Eric, that is my daughter you're speaking of.
And nature takes its course, as you would well know.
I'll slap Eric in the face.
Roll the hit.
Show some respect. Oh.
And it misses.
Wait, that's a 20!
Alright, I'll take the next one.
You know what? Yes!
Speaking of which.
And you hear Akathor. If you don't want to use the nat 20 on that, I will allow you to not. But if you do, it's all yours.
You know what? I think I'm gonna take it. I need to prove a point.
Okay, sure.
So that's, what's your strength modifier?
Oh, 3.
So I take 5 points of damage.
Oh, jeez.
All of you, be well. I will speak with the king first thing in the morning, and I will send word. I will send word as able. It was an honor, all of you. Zachariah, I will speak with you tomorrow as well. And she turns and leaves. All right, boys and girls. The floor is yours.
So he came up with a very good idea, in my opinion.
What was that?
Find a way to trap this thing.
Also,
Not try.
Well,
I'm just going to craft up a cage for this thing and set it in there.
alright.
sorry. Didn't mean to hit you that hard. Just, you need to know. You need to try.
As they're discussing, if Zachariah is still amiable, I'm just gonna wander out with him while they're conversing.
Are you going to try and do it unseen?
Yeah.
Roll stealth.
Okay. If I can find that D20.
Oh, jeez.
Good lord.
Or you can take my roll that I rolled for him. Your choice.
What did he roll?
I'm not going to tell her.
Oh.
I don't know, because mine's pretty good. Oh, that's hard.
Isn't that awful?
We'll go with his.
Probably should have gone with yours.
Dig it.
That's
That's okay. That's all part of the fun.
2 left. I need him for Caden. Go scrounge.
There's none left.
Ghost run.
Yes, that's what I just
That's
looked
what
at.
she just said.
Otherwise, on break, I'll be find something else. It's only a 17.
Oh, yeah. Mine was
They
a
do
22.
manage to slip out without
I'll
being
let
seen.
you.
I mean, that beats my my passive.
My passive's a 15, so it just barely beat
I'm
mine.
16.
Yeah, you and Zachariah walk on out.
So I'm sorry. What was that about a trap?
Oh, I'm gonna go talk to a blacksmith or something and have a
Oh, we'll get
cage
back
made
to
for
you
this
briefly.
thing and put the rack in there and rivet the top on so that we can keep an eye on this thing.
Okay. Is there going to be any blacksmiths open now? It's kind of late, isn't it?
Blacksmiths tend to work quite a bit, and seeing as it sounds like this place is in quite a conundrum,
Mhm.
blacksmiths are probably prepping for combat.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a good idea.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
You know, football tricks, somebody's got to.
And usually it's the eggs.
Thanks! Thanks for that!
I was talking about for characters!
No, you weren't. I saw that look. Moving
Anyways.
I
forward.
am going
Anyway.
to close chat for a minute because the women are having.
Let's give them something.
I'm
to
looking for a
talk
black.
about.
I'm looking for a blacksmith.
Moldy bread.
Okay, then throw it away. Honey,
Yeah, throw that away.
Oh,
Honey.
jeez.
honey.
Yeah.
Oh my. This is how it's.
You know we'll discuss.
Oh.
Nom, nom, nom. So yeah, I'm looking for a blacksmith.
Yes. All right. So, do you ask anyone? I mean, you.
First person I can find that looks like they might know what the heck's going on.
at this
Actually,
point, you all
I
realize.
take that back. As we finish up this bit of conversation,
Uh-huh.
huh?
Oh.
They must already be getting it on. We need to find ourselves a blacksmith, and I can't ask the captain of the guard because, well, apparently he's doing something more important. Or would that be doing someone more important?
Well, that's true too. I mean,
So yeah, I'm gonna walk out of the room and find the first person that looks like they might have information and go, hey, where's the blacksmith?
There is a bakery not too far that you can smell heat. You can smell the ovens are going and bread is baking. And a blacksmith. Well, you should have near the northeast gate. There's quite a few right inside the walls. There may be one over. Oh, I don't know if he's open late.
Okay. By the northeast gate, right?
Yes,
Okay,
it's
thank
across
you.
the city.
I'm gonna start walking.
Have a nice night. Want some bread?
No, thank you.
About a half hour passes and Nerevis catches back up to you
Mm.
and lands on your shoulder
Okay.
and like nuzzles your cheek affectionately. Aww. And she's a purr, but she kind of preens her feathers a little bit.
Bird the bird.
I don't know how to make sure.
She chitters. She chitters.
There, that's better.
Oh, some of the animals I've seen in Dragon Prince, those.
So Akathor and Rogith, what are you guys up to? Are you following
following.
after Eric or?
Hell no, I ain't going with that guy. He's crazy.
You ain't any better.
So Akathor, what are you doing?
I don't think I'm gonna do anything. I think I'm gonna bed down. I'm tired.
Okay, so you're gonna bed down at the embassy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The rooms are luxurious. And even the coverlets on the bed are woven vines. Yes.
Weird.
I have to make a side trip though, so it's gonna be a little bit longer getting to the blacksmith.
Okay.
I have to go make my way to that alleyway.
Where did you go?
I'll get back to you in a moment. And I mean, the bed itself is a 4-poster bed, but it's saplings. And the branches have grown out over to make the canopy, and it's softer and more comfortable than any bed you've ever been on.
It's like memory foam made out of moss.
Kind of, yeah. Parisa.
Yes.
I'm gonna get to you, and then I will jump back over to Rogith and Eric.
Yeah.
You and Zachariah sneak out and head over to the Temple of Lyrikill, which is not more than maybe a 15-minute walk.
Okay.
And he looks over.
I've never done this before,
Are you-
have you?
You're not
Let them have their fun.
Oh my gosh, I love Brownie.
Did you just ask for a map? I already told you I can write a very educational pamphlet for any questions you have.
You should do that.
I think I'm going to.
So,
Are you, I hope this hasn't been too awkward this evening. Are you okay over there?
I'm good.
what is that cloud of lies?
Lady Parisa?
No, I suppose not any more than a fireball in the middle of a date could be awkward.
I am most pleased that you chose to spend the rest of the evening with me.
Well, you've been quite good company.
There is much need for it, as I am definitely in the company of a lady who's far lovelier than most I have seen. And he escorts you to the Temple of Lyrikill, which is wide open, and yes, you are crowded. And you see there are lit torches. I just lost the word, and all I can think of is lawn torches with long sticks.
Tiki
Tiki torches! The long torches! along the walkway, and there is music coming. There is harp. You can hear a harpist. There's someone playing the flute, and the gardens are beautiful. There's fountains going. Okay, we're gonna. That was good. And as you approach the door, there are some acolytes of Lyrikill that take Zachariah's weapons and armor, and you are waved in. There's baths, both public and private, and there are a number of bedrooms and niches. It's almost like the temple is built in a square, and the outside is all a very big brothel that you don't have to pay for. But everyone is very open and respectful, and
They're very open.
it is explained to you that if you came together, that's fine. If not, there's masseuses. If you are looking for healing, there's those that would spend the night with you in your company and explain your dreams. There is a corner for if you want to try your luck with coin.
So basically any sort of...
Whatever your proclivities, there's an app for that.
There's no kink shaming here unless kink shaming is your kink.
That hurt my brain, but
It's not wrong.
no. But I mean, there's nothing too far. I mean, to borrow his word, there's nothing super kinky. It's everyone's very respectful.
You're on right, son.
Masseuses.
Mooses?
And
Where's Sven?
when Zachariah makes it known you're the ambassador's daughter, and you guys are given a chamber that also has no metal in it, and it has the 4-poster bed, and that's a nat 20 on performance. Enjoy yourself.
Oh my.
And we'll just leave you guys to it. We're gonna assume you have a bath, you have
Wait, shouldn't she roll performance too?
No, she's letting him do all the work.
Do you want me to roll?
Go for it! You prove a point, girl!
Oh gosh, this is not gonna end well for me.
It might.
She's just a budding flower.
What did you roll?
Well, technically, it's a total of a 2.
As
Nope,
you guys
I know exactly what this is
a
going to
bath.
sound like.
Are you done?
Like cramp, like cramp, like cramp.
You bastard! That's not funny! We are talking on break! I'm gonna fucking kill you. After you've had massages and baths and spent the evening, he rolls over and gently caresses your hair and says, "You should have told me it was your first time." Right. And we'll go back to you go with We'll get back to the main story now. See, I tried to give you your romance. I know, I'm sorry. And all I got was, remember that time, leg cramp? You don't deserve me. Why are we married?
Oh dear. So
I am writing a book for women after this.
So
I'm just
So back to
having a great night.
So back to Rogus and Eric, who seem to have interjected themselves in every other aspect of the story. DM's gonna cast Smite on Break. I don't think I'm ever forgiving you for that one. Oh, there's a nat 20.
Quick,
Wait, can I use the
reroll.
other?
Too late.
Too late.
And
Thank you,
uncombat.
Loxlies.
Exactly.
Is that 20 for my Smite? Because I'm gonna use it.
Oh.
You do in fact make your way across the city to I have a name for it, and it's a blacksmith name too.
I have the map.
You do.
Yeah, they don't have no.
Is it over by number 32? Or number 28?
It is over by 32. Right up here. There is a blacksmith,
The older style.
and there's two side by side. One of the shops you can see has shields and weapons and arrowheads, and the other one seems to have more practical items. There's horseshoes, there's nails, there's
Is my bag moving?
your bag is now moving, yes. Perfect balance in all things. There's about to be an imbalance in power here.
So I'm assuming we want to go to the other one there.
I just ask one of them. If that one says no, then we ask the other one. No, they don't both say no.
What can I do for you?
Oh, good.
As one comes out, big burly arms and apron, and there's some soot marks on his face.
I need.
You standing outside my shop, John?
Yeah.
You looking for work?
No, but we're looking for you to do work.
Well, I'm a bit busy, but what do you need?
I need a cage. About that big and about that tall. And it needs to have no possible way of opening it after you're done making it.
It's an odd request. What did the cat do?
Not a cat, it's a rat.
Rats again, eh? Well, I have something that might work, but it wouldn't have it ready for a day or so. Well, let me see what I got. Oh! Barney, get out of here! What do you want now? We need to make a rat cage. Oh, rat cage. Yeah, a rat cage. I can't do this accent.
Like an Indian Scotsman.
Oh, hey! Hold on, relax that. Barney! Wait.
You can do it. So proud of you.
We need to make a rat cage. A rat cage? What do we need a rat cage for? It was just last week you needed tapestries and now you need a rat cage.
Oh, and Dr. John.
Oh.
This nice fellow says he needs a rat
So glad I'm asleep.
a rat cage that we cannot open. What is
Where
that
do you know I
what
want a
him?
rat cage?
Well, I think I can make a rat cage. You see, I have these jeweler's tools, and maybe if I could take the latch and we could weld it together. And what size do you need this cage?
That big? About that tall?
Just a moment, please. Let me get some tea, and we will talk about this. And Barney disappears. Barney's such a weird name for him.
For the Indian, yeah,
Telling me.
Indian blacksmith.
Where?
Your suitcase, they can come again.
If I might be asking you, laddies.
So Scotsman and an Indian walk into a bar.
If
Say ow.
if the cage it cannot be opened.
It cannot be opened.
How are you gonna put something in it?
Because you make it so that it doesn't open after you put the rat in.
Well, do you have a rat? Your hair looks quite natural to See?
Come and give it in more power cut.
As Barney thankfully comes back. Oh yes, of course, I have this. What do you think? It is actually a steel box, but I have made it so that there is actually a little screen here, and you can see into the box on both sides. All I would have to do...
When he opens it up, how big does the opening look?
It's like shoebox size, but the opening's about yay big.
Is it blocked off so nothing can get in and out?
Yes. I could have Norris here. I don't know why I named him Norris. His name's Norris! I could have
Are
Norris
you writing
here.
this down? This will be important later in the story. Norris and Bernie.
Barney.
Barney!
Whatever.
Norris. Okay, so Norris.
Norris is a Scot. Barney
Scottish
is the other guy.
Indian.
Indian.
Blacksmith. Okay.
Will this be doing for what you are needing?
Maybe. We'll find out.
I don't know.
Alright, we could just have Norris go ahead and weld this shut, of course.
Okay. I'm going to reach into the bag, open it up.
Alright. I mean, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Open it
It's
up.
harder than you think!
Open it up.
Okay.
And then I'm going to grab the rat and as best I can just hold it down.
Okay.
And then put the lid over it.
Okay, and the lid, it's actually like a flap. It looks like it was a repurposed
Right.
rat
As
trap.
soon as I get the rat in there and then hold the lid down.
Okay. The rat goes bananas.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Bonkers. The rat goes bonkers. Inside the cage. Oh, it's alive, alright. Give her here and we'll
I'm not letting this thing go. I don't want to get out.
Well, bring it over to the anvil. So glad Ben can hear this.
I'm gonna tell him all about it.
I am going to put it up on YouTube.
I will kill you both. With love.
I'm probably going to need gloves so that you don't burn my hand.
Well, no, what I'm gonna do is, on the count of 3, I'm gonna have you move your hand, and I'm gonna put the hot coals, and then I'm just gonna tap the metal down to place, and I'm sure that's totally how blacksmiths do it. So
I feel
I'm
like that's not accurate at all. What's that? So,
I never said it was a good blacksmith.
so what I
How's this
do
work?
is hold this, he's gonna put hot coals on it and then hammer it and then call it good.
Well, no, I'm gonna let the metal expand, and then I'm just gonna push it together.
So just go ahead and keep your hand there while we melt metal together.
Fine. You know, it's just.
On second thought, I'll get you a
She's sorry, she can't.
I feel it so hard. The worst thing is I know better.
Ben's probably looking at this going, oh.
Oh,
He will never see this.
Oh, he will. Oh, no, he will.
No. This coming from someone who made a point to get info on proper weapon anatomy and stuff. Dot, dot, dot.
Damn.
Shots fired.
I sit corrected. I did. I went through an enormous amount of research for the weapons and the armor, but for some reason I didn't research how blacksmiths would seal a freaking metal box. I don't know why that wasn't in the forefront of my mind.
It would be a variant of tack welding.
I will show up randomly out of nowhere and say, if I may, sir, do you have some sort of a crucible? Melt metal in the crucible, then grab it and just pour it along the edge of the
Well,
cage.
that's what I was gonna do. And now
Okay. And then I'm gonna go back to bed. Across the city.
He's sleepwalking.
Yeah.
Hey.
You're black.
You know what to do.
Oh, good God, that's awesome.
Okay, never mind. I thought that was a spider, and I almost just died a little
You
bit.
look a little scared.
I did, but it's
So,
okay now.
how much is this little project going to run?
Well, I ask what you're getting the rat for.
I'm going to study it.
For science.
Sure.
Of course, science is very. Barney, get out of my my blacksmith.
My
laboratory.
See, I told you these guys are going to be important later on. This is more than just a blacksmith, I can tell.
And of course he does melt the metal, and I could not think of the word for crucible. That was the problem. So thank you, because that was the missing.
Go back to bed now.
I was stalling.
When Mandark shows up, we know we have a problem.
Monkey.
Oh, dear Lord.
And he gives you a glove to put on. That's Powerpuff Girls.
I know.
Okay, I was really
Your
confused.
cartoon.
Bubbles on the left! Bubbles on the left!
That's not my mom.
Oh, but it
We'll
is.
see eventually.
Did you didn't. Oh
Activate power number 2.
Wait, what?
Activate power number 2.
Crabby Fly! I thought we had something special.
Oh dear.
So,
Oh
Let's see
wait, by
how
the
this
way, I
works
was
for
right.
Nicole.
Krabby got his makeup first before he got the dice. 'Cause
he
remember-
did?
Yeah.
Aw.
I just have to send them up.
You
No,
didn't send-
no. The other dice. He said he had ordered dice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he never got the.
Oh.
I
Anyway.
think. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Never mind. But yeah.
I'll be sending your dice out, Krabby, on Monday.
I'm all out of love. So lost without you. And he does, and I was thinking just putting the hot coals to give your hand a break, but that'll work too. And he gives you,
Sure.
don't look at me like that. He gives you a glove.
Not quite sure that's how blacksmithing works, but okay.
And he does pour the molten metal around, and as it begins to solidify, it works. He does his blacksmithing thingy with a hammer, and it works.
Perfect. That's all we needed to hear.
Video game mentality. How do you fix a burning house? Tink, tink, tink. It's... Never mind. How much do I owe you for this?
A spore bat for the DPS.
Yeah, I ran with those ones. They actually were
You know, is this for both of you then?
Yes.
Well, technically it's for the city.
Consider it a boon for a paladin of Barasa.
Thank you, sir.
Ooh.
And I'm going to...
Job well worth it.
Ooh, did it again.
If you ever need anything else, please do not hesitate to come back and visit us.
And what's the name of this shop again?
Now's your chance. They're already taking notes. Look, Paladin here's ready.
It is the
Lord and Dr.
Jones Brothers Blacksmith.
Perfect.
Norris and Barney Jones.
One's
Yes.
Scottish and one's Indian.
And they're both Caucasian.
Oh boy.
If Disney can do it, so can I.
Alright.
If Disney can do it, did you just say?
No, I didn't. I'm drinking my coffee.
I'm going...
Aw, thank you, Skylar Wolf.
Okay, thank you, Skylar Wolf. I just commented back to you on Instagram, by the way.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
I don't feel adequate anymore.
Imagine how Parisa feels. She rolled a 2.
I'm going to make my way back to the embassy.
Alright, are you just gonna bed down for the night?
Yep.
Okay.
You know what? Your Secret Santa's
You
gonna get
find-
you coal this year.
Oh, are you gonna hammer it into a box with my hand on it?
That would be your head.
That's pretty.
Hey, I'm back!
Oh.
That's good.
Thank you, good throw.
I'm going to make sure that the rat is placed in some... How noisy is it inside that box?
It sounds like when 9 Goliath are going off.
Okay, so I can sleep through it.
Aw, thanks, football chick. Roguth, what are you going to do?
I am probably going to bed down for the night as well.
Alright, and where are you bedding down, you lovely voice paladin, you?
Whatever quarters they provide for me.
Alright, and it's, again, they're all, suited for Loxlies. There's no metal, and again, your bed and accommodations are the same as the others, and it is very, very comfortable. And as you guys all go to sleep, sorry, this is important.
What happened?
No idea.
As we all go to sleep.
I need you to make me a charisma saving throw, Roguth.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh no.
That'd be a 4.
A 4.
A 4.
You go to sleep and your mind is assaulted. It is like you are witnessing the battle between Corindor and this other deity. You can see in your mind's eye Marasa. You can see this other deity, not clearly, is more of a shadowy form. And as he turns, you can see the combat going back and forth, and you see the twins being ripped from Marasa as this deity, and the twins are cast down into what's known as the Void of the Gods, which is where all the salt water and fresh switch over. I'll get into that. Huh?
You did once already.
Okay, perfect. Then we're good. You're not there. And as they're being cast down, you watch one of the twins tilt her head and grow and elongate and become a very familiar feminine form. Not all of us perished. Find me. And you wake up, and your heart is racing.
I did not have a good sleep.
You do not have a point of exhaustion, but you wake up and you're just sweaty and that shaken and...
Okay. So after that, I'm probably going to meditate and say some prayers to Marasa at this point in time.
Oh, crappy.
Alright, and you notice it is difficult. As you try to meditate and pray, you still feel that you have power because of your worship of Marasa, but you feel a disconnect. Like if you're at church, you're trying to pray and you're distracted about the football game or whatever, there's a disconnect.
That dream is haunting my...
Your abilities are still there, but you very much feel distracted. Like if the moment aroused, I need to go to bed. If the moment arose where you needed to summon your paladinly ways, you'd probably fall a little short.
Roll performance.
Words are not my thing tonight. You feel a disconnect in the Force. Smog stole the lightsaber, and then Aslan sent you on the Enterprise to go find it. It's been a long day for the DM.
And Hagrid made friends with the Tribbles.
Yes!
Ooh, she almost murdered me on that one.
Look, Harry, look what I got for you.
Harry, look what I got for you.
These emotions are useless.
Tay,
It's all Almost animated armor time.
No, it's not animated armor. It's
It's bad, whatever it is. It's
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Alright, so it is the
Oh, give
it is the next morning, and Parisa, you wake up to breakfast in bed.
So he's still there?
As
He's still performing
Zachariah,
Nat 20.
as Zachariah comes in with a potted plant. I wasn't sure how you'd react to cut flowers, so I got you a succulent. And there's a mini succulent on his.
He's actually the sweetest guy ever.
Right? Yeah, see, now you should feel bad.
He pushed me in the dirt like 3 times.
Oh, that's kind of true.
And there is breakfast, there's hot tea, and there's omelets, and it's
This is more. This is fine.
I thought his was.
I have to look it up.
Sorry.
you have a wonderful morning. He apologizes. I'm sorry I cannot stay, Lady Parisa. I would love to be in your company again. Again, I'm honored to have been your first, and
It was okay.
I will roll with it, honey. Just roll with it.
Yup. Yup.
And I must get back to the barracks and attend my patrols.
Of course. Thank you for a lovely evening.
You are more than welcome. The honor was all mine. Oh, and he also gave you a foot massage last night too. Like, this guy's on point. Opens the car door for you, carries in your groceries.
Hit.
Totally not a fantasy guy. Everyone else take notes.
I'm all out of lead.
I know. Akathor.
Hi.
Hi. You wake up and you had an excellent night's sleep.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Try to find Parisa. Sorry.
Okay.
We've been gone for so long, I already forgot
Oh,
her name.
yeah. You know, if you weren't sore and I didn't know why you were sore, I'd give you a bad time about that.
Fight me.
Scooch closer.
So yeah, because she slipped away without us having any idea where she went. I'm assuming she's staying somewhere in the embassy, so I'm gonna walk around the embassy
Okay.
until I find her.
As you're walking.
Comment about her taking it off.
But he wouldn't know that she
But we
didn't come
didn't know
back
where
in
she
the middle
went.
of the night.
No, and we also didn't
Or-
know where she went. She might have been bedding down here.
As you're walking, you do see an acolyte in lavender robes. Can I help you find something, sir?
Hi.
Are you looking for the breakfast hall, perhaps?
No, I am looking for Lady Parisa. Have you seen her around this morning?
Ah, she is not yet here, but she will be joining you after breakfast, I believe, to meet back with Lady Emmeline.
Okay.
Good question. Did I heal at all that night?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
you need
actually,
to
after
as well.
spending the night in the embassy, so quick disclaimer, when you guys heal, when you take a long rest, I think we went over this, but I'm just going to reiterate super quick, you get a full hit die plus your con mod back automatically. You can then spend any hit die you would like on top of that, and you regain half your hit die over an uninterrupted long rest.
Okay.
However, considering you
That
spent
would've been-
the night under Lady Emmeline's care, you have all your spell slots back, you are fully healed, and have all your hit dice. Parisa, you did not spend the night in the embassy, but the same applies to you as you were within a temple.
Okay.
Is that going to be a common thing? Sleeping in temples gives full health.
Your characters aren't sure, but yes.
Okay.
Good to know. No, I like that actually.
Okay, so then yes, may I? Where's the breakfast place hall?
Oh, right this way.
Okay.
You're Lord Akathor, yes?
Not Lord, monk.
it like? Up at the shrine, I mean.
Well,
Bunch
there's
of dudes.
lots of dudes.
As she's walking, you watch as she pulls a quill from out of her hair and is like ready to take notes as she's walking.
Yep. You wake up early. You do some stuff.
Yes. Show me your moves.
Okay.
Like, can you kick above your head?
Hiya!
And after a few minutes, you greet.
Can I roll performance?
Go ahead.
You're going down. 16.
You end up doing.
I shall shield you from the offense.
I was gonna say that was not a very subtle offer, but you are sent to the breakfast. You gratefully finally reach the breakfast hall after impressing this acolyte with some of your katas and your moves and.
He was going hiya and giving a kick to go hiya.
I was giving you advantage, but it would have been a decent kid. I mean, come on.
I did. I rolled 16 because I'm the best monkey in the world.
No, Loxlies is.
You want to fight?
Loxlies would walk all over you. So sure. And it.
God, please stop.
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
I
Were
need to
those
stop sitting
sounds
next
coming
to
out
you.
of Carisa's room last night? Or were those my sounds?
I need to stop sitting next to you because I always get hit with stuff.
I'm good at dodging.
That fireball would rock right about now. This breakfast buffet has everything. I mean, it's whatever you want for breakfast, from eggs Benedict to Belgian waffles, it's here. I'm not sure what they're called because Belgian waffles isn't a thing, but there's the equivalent.
Belgian waffles.
I want Belgian Benedict.
Belgian Benedict.
Oh.
Thank you.
Carissa,
for sorry.
Oh,
Thank you.
you're very welcome.
Bye. I love you.
Wait, what? Did you say that?
As she's walking away, sure, really quietly.
She doesn't hear you.
I'll say it loud.
There's doesn't everywhere. Rogath, you also find your way after time to the breakfast hall. Eric, what are you doing?
First thing I'm going to do is check on my rat.
It is angrily still back, going about the cage, and you are aware. I mean, you slept well, but you're still aware that. You okay?
Yep.
You moved around?
Nope.
That's a yes. You want an ice pack?
Nope. You good?
Are you sure? Okay.
Want me to step on your toes?
Yes.
The rat did not stop all night. It is relentless. It does not seem to be tiring, and it does not seem to be fatigued, even though it has not had water, food, or rest.
Okay. I'm going to pick up the rat cage and take it with me.
Okay. And you head down to the breakfast hall?
Yep.
Okay. The three of you all see each other in the breakfast hall. Parisa, when you are done with breakfast, what are your plans?
I will return to the embassy
Okay.
and search out my compatriots.
As you guys are finishing breakfast, a very relaxed and happy looking Parisa enters. She's
Well,
practically glowing.
good morning.
I think you're pregnant.
Roll insight?
What? No! Parisa, you would know that Loxlies have to choose to procreate.
He did roll a nat 20 though.
Yeah.
Oh.
You okay?
I don't even know where the hell it is.
I think it's in your shirt.
So, did Did you have a nice evening?
You shouldn't have moved your head. I'm sorry.
Good. All right. Well, welcome back. I'm sorry. I was spent the morning looking for you. I assumed you.
Oh,
Here.
my apologies.
That's okay. How did it go?
Well,
Yep, she's great.
Crabby nose.
I'm assuming that he's the captain of the guard, which means he did not go half-mast.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
yeah, please.
She's just kidding.
This is painful.
And not too long later, an acolyte enters. Ah,
Hello
Lady Parisa and company. I have been sent to bring you to your mother's chambers. She has spoken with the king and requests your company.
Very well.
I love you, football shit.
Chat nose. Roll that. Try go.
No.
We have to get something that's not painful.
Or you guys can just behave yourselves.
Well,
This is your story. You're
Like you have room to talk.
I don't want you to think I'm enjoying throwing the things.
So
You get your squirt bottle out again.
Just as long as it's not the one with vinegar in it.
Okay, so put the pig away.
Okay, I'm happy now.
Say something, I'm giving.
So, what's on the agenda? I see you got a nice cage built there. That's really interesting how the blacksmith sealed it up and everything.
You did a good
Don't you
job.
do it!
You did a good job at it and didn't burn my hand. So we're supposed to go meet Parisa.
Shut up.
Yes.
He even melted like iron in a crucible. It was fun to watch.
You don't say. Okay.
Ooh, thank you for the follow, Holocaust Denier?
Denier.
Denier?
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Nope.
Either which way, we gotta go visit Mom.
Yes. And you are taken to Lady Emmeline's chambers. Ah.
I'm bringing my box with me.
Thank you for coming so quickly. I have
I
spoken
also
with
have a turkey leg in my hand.
for breakfast.
You said anything?
You know,
You have your turkey leg. I'm not even gonna argue at this point.
okay, Taya.
I know, right?
Oh boy.
You make it to, and I spoke with the king this morning. Unfortunately, he does not have time for an audience, but you do have the crown's request and blessing on this endeavor. I am formally charging the four of you with finding out what is going on regarding these temples of Marasa. If mainly the rats, and also see if it is related to the influx of the attacks with the ogres, and someone said there's some strange dog-like creatures that walk on two legs that have been attacking.
I wonder if those are gnolls.
Oh,
Knowles?
I will also relay the account that we had with the shadow cat thingies.
Oh, we've heard that as well. These creatures, I don't know where
Oh.
they're coming from.
And we forgot about the noodle puddles too.
Yeah, the noodle puzzles. It was interesting though, as we were running away from these creatures, it did seem like they had a certain distance that they could only go. After a while, they retreated.
Ah. I see. Well, we will have to... I'll see what I can find out from here. I beg you all, stay safe.
Well, you're
That
asking us
is
to
the-
do this thing, but
As-
where are we headed?
would suggest maybe going to, you could go to the sites of the attacks, which have been north and east of Hoofentrot. There's been an alarming increase in activity near Fort Calyx. And it seems to be spreading everywhere. I will leave it up to your discretion.
I also think at some point in time we should probably visit the Void.
Oh? The Void of the Gods is... well, the Swamp of Essos is just south of there. And as you well know, that is...
Swamp
that
of
is
what?
where... Swamp of Essos.
SSSS.
It is where the more powerful dark creatures tend to be. And she opens a map. The Void of the Gods. The swamp is this entire area. Most who go visit the Void on pilgrimages go around the mountain range. And even then, they go in rather large groups on pilgrimages. It's been reported to be more and more dangerous as of late.
I'm going to share what vision I had last night with you, and I hope that it goes no further. And I begin to regale her with the vision.
Okay, as soon as you say and you pray it goes no further, she wards the room. And the rest of you hear this as well.
But I leave out the part that she looks very familiar to me.
Whoa.
This is troubling indeed. I wonder, is it possible? Could it be possible that one of the twins survived?
Do you describe what she looked like, though?
As best I can, but I leave the descriptions rather loose.
Doesn't it all sound like the woman that... Because I think Eric was the only one that saw her, correct?
It's...
Oh, I
No.
saw her on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you saw her as well?
Rogat and Eric. I mean, it's such... What you saw was so vague that you find the more you try and remember her, what she looked like, the harder it is to remember.
Yeah.
I would recommend that maybe if that's the journey you're going to take, that you provision up well.
Are there provisions that we could possibly be outfitted with?
I will outfit you to the best of my ability.
What about the king?
We are trying to keep this as covert as possible, but yes, whatever we have here in Silas that's readily available, we will share with you all. And I will see if I can't find a few things from my personal stores for you. Will you be leaving today, or can you leave on the morrow?
Probably best if we leave it on the morrow. Provision plan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need mounts?
We could definitely use those.
Well,
After all.
we all had horses, didn't we?
Wouldn't be a bad idea to have a spare set. That way we can rotate horses.
That's a lot of mouths to feed.
True, but if we need to go anywhere fast, we can rotate horses and be on the road faster and longer.
Not if they're with you. Well,
Well, yeah, because they're not carrying the load.
we will...
I still have Antonio.
I still have Adonis.
I still need a horse.
I'm good with Antonio.
I
We have
do
a
not
bond.
have a horse.
You had a horse.
You had a horse.
Yeah.
Did you
All of
kill it
us.
already?
Probably.
You didn't name your horse, that's the problem.
Ouch. I mean, I'm pretty sure we left him at the gate when we
This
first
is
walked
my
in,
horse.
'cause we
Yes.
were there.
My horse is named Horse.
Crabby.
But
I will see what I can do about getting things ready, and I will assume you are leaving at first light tomorrow. Eric, what have you found with your rat friend?
He's right here. I'm gonna slide the view panel open. See?
And it's, I mean, hissing and gnawing at the screen and has not been able to get through, but
It's a good point. Maybe we should bring Zachariah with us. What do you think, Parisa?
I would say spend the
There's
day,
one.
explore
One
the city,
complaint.
gather information if you need, speak with the locals. Do what you need, sightseeing wise. Parisa, my dear, I'm sorry you could not see more of the city.
It is what it is.
And you hear in your mind, if you want a way out of this, if it is too dangerous, let me know and I will find a diplomatic reason.
Is it not part of a diplomat's job to assist when tensions could arise? There have been whispers of rumors that some people believe that our people are behind some of these attacks.
Then it is for the best that you go. Be safe. And with that, she dismisses you, unless any of you have any final words or thoughts.
Yeah, what happened with Lysine? You said you were gonna go investigate some girl, last night?
Ah, yes, I met with her this morning. Very lovely, lots of potential. There is no cause for alarm. I have assured her professors that her abilities are in fact learned.
Interesting. Okay.
Roll insight.
Super good. It's super good. It's 11.
Super
Oh, good to know.
Super good, like that one time when
You brought somebody to the brothel.
no.
Parisa, if you want to roll insight, you can as well.
You are. That's actually a 15. So, but
You notice the tone is slightly off for your mom, but it's not. Nothing specific pops up.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you guys a quick second to figure out what you would like to do as far as today goes. I'm gonna let you guys discuss it as a party, and then we'll go on break.
Should we be going and looking for this Cuthbert person before we headed out?
He's in a different city, isn't he?
No, he's
No,
not.
William Cuthbert.
He's
He's
at
of the academy
at the
here in
academy here.
Silas.
I should probably look him up. You guys don't have any need to.
Well, I'll go with you since I was charged along with you.
Oh, fair enough.
I would
Brenda,
like to
Stop it, Craig.
see if I could possibly get a slightly different type of armor. 'Cause
Okay.
right now I just have plain leather armor, and on the list there was like a leather corselet.
Yes, we will look at that on break. But I will say that you're gonna go look for some armor. Rogath and Eric, you're gonna go search out William Cuthbert. And Akathor, you are going to accompany them, do something else. What would you like to do?
I'm trying to find that acolyte that I professed my love to earlier.
Right next to the Temple of Lyrica.
No. Just ask her, what her name is and what her favorite color is and what she likes to do for fun and what kind of music she likes and does she like animals and, stuff like that.
Do you like government?
No, and chew with your mouth closed. Alright, perfect. That gives me a little bit to plan. We are going to go on a short break. We will see you guys in roughly a half hour. Thank you everyone for hanging in there. I know this was really super RP heavy. Good stuff's coming, I promise. Alright, I will see you guys shortly.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
3. Okay, and I believe we are live. We are live. Welcome back to Dragons in the Dining Room. DMLoxy presiding. This is, in fact, yes, we're good. Nerevis, and the party has just been charged by Emmeline, the Loxley ambassador, to head out and find out what the heck is going on. We have paladins having weird dreams. We have monks chasing down acolytes, and we have blushing maiden Loxlies returning from their evening endeavors, and we have a guy with a rat in a cage. That throws
At
some of
least
those.
I'm the normal one.
You should have had one of the rats out, because that would have been perfect.
Spend the rest of the night chasing rats now. Oh, I got out of the cage. I got out of the cage.
Well, remember the night the Goliath got in the couch?
Right.
Oh, we turned the couch upside down, and he was like,
We had to be careful.
it was
too,
like
because
whack-a-mole without us trying to actually whack the rat.
We had to be careful because it was in the other couch, the first one that we had, and he was up inside the mechanism, so we couldn't move the couch
Oh,
without
no.
worrying about him getting squeezed.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah.
Here, pull it over. No, Ellie, the rat's fine. Disclaimer, no animals were harmed.
Just
Thanks, Aurora. Alright, Akathor, you were gonna go chase down this acolyte. Yes? I think you were serious.
Oh, thank you.
Probably serious.
I'm working on Gabs and Joe's wedding present.
Not gonna lie, I thought you were joking. She means our 5th anniversary present.
Okay, it's a blanket, and this thing is huge.
Okay, I mean it looks good.
It's gonna be so pretty.
I have 2 others that are supposed to be helping me make this.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
And I can only work on crocheting for so long before my wrist starts giving me
Right.
help.
Akathor, you are able to track her down. Hiya! Oh! Hello again. You startled me.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Bye.
What?
Parisa. I will get back to you. Eric and... Oh, wait. Oh, crap. You guys are all... Okay, what the hell? Sorry, that was my brain. The hamster just went... Akathor, is there anything else you're going to do instead of chasing down acolytes in lavender robes?
Pass.
Smart man. Parisa, you head out to find an armorer.
Yes.
Look at that. Or a leather worker that is capable of doing some improved armor for you, and you are in fact able to find some. One of the Loxley attendants that your mother has at the embassy lets you know, hey, go over to the Camel's Eye.
Okay. So there's camels in this world?
There is now.
And cannon folks.
Just take this down as
The
notes.
Camel's Eye needleworking. I
Okay.
feel like your dad would approve. And they are going to, they'll hook you up.
Okay. I will head there then.
Oh, hello! Oh! How am I going to help you today?
This is
You
not
must be
If we can drive by the fruity, I'm sorry.
Can we, as a group, watch that movie sometimes?
Yes.
Because it is one of my favorites.
You must be Lady Emma.
Huh?
What movie's that?
Mrs. Doubtfire?
Oh, yes, okay.
You must be Lady Emmeline's daughter. How can I help you?
I'm
Do that voice for me.
I'm looking for some more sturdy armor.
Oh, but of course, here, and she literally grabs your arm and walks you over and pulls the screen out and starts disrobing you behind the screen. Yes, let's get your measurements, dear. And she's waving at attendants, hollering out, yes, grab that one. No, not that one. Yes. And pulls a measuring tape out of, you're not sure where. She's like the grandma with the endless Kleenex in her sleeve, except it's measuring tape. And then she pulls out some pins. You're not sure where it's all coming from.
It's just sort of appearing.
Yes, from her sleeves.
Gotcha.
And she's, and what kind of, are you looking for? Oh, hey, Miss Fatal Pillow!
Hey!
Another nat 20.
So that's 2
Thank
nat
you.
20s.
What are you looking for? Are you looking for something for a ball? Word on the town is General Zachariah is quite smitten with you. Perhaps some evening wear?
Whoa.
Wow, he got promoted to general already.
I mean-
It's been a night. Huh. You got some pull around
Captain.
here. Oh.
Captain Zachariah.
I see you travel fast
Yes,
around
sweet
here.
pillow, you need to come hang out. And yes, the priest had a very interesting evening.
Yeah.
So how can I help you, my dear?
Well, I'm going to be heading out on some work, and I was looking for some sturdier armor.
But of course, here, and she starts.
Did she ask this now that she's stripped her down and just standing there naked? Like, okay, so how can I help you?
I mean,
According
to Krabby, Carissa was naked in front of her entire village, so
Oh,
it's
true.
not
Yeah,
shy.
that's true.
Canon. You can do it, so can I. And but of course, and would you need anything else? Traveling clothes or?
Actually, that would probably be beneficial. What?
Huh?
You want to say that for the rest of the class?
I need some protection because I'm going on a journey.
I'm not with him.
Yes, I would like some traveling clothes.
Oh, love you, Allie. Oh, but of course, let's see. Skirts or trousers?
I'm going to be riding a horse more than likely, so trousers would be preferred.
Joe's dying here.
Because that was damn funny.
Right, well, I have the measurements down here.
I didn't see that.
You may redress if you wish. How many outfits will you be needing, my lady?
Probably just 2?
Wonderful. And when do you need them by? When do you plan on departing?
Well, actually, we're planning on leaving tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Do I look like a miracle worker to you, girl? But of course I am. You came to the right place. Now, we're pulling it all-nighter, guys. And
For 2 sets of traveling clothes?
have you ever made clothes?
Have you ever ran a store that sells clothes but doesn't have any clothes in stock?
I'm a very unique figure.
Oh, I'm not there.
So shush.
Right back at you, wifey. I need help.
Oh, dear Father.
Not yet. We are planning on one.
Well, yes, I will get these custom made for you right away.
Thank you very much.
No problem. And I owe your mother a favor, so it's on the house.
Oh, well, I mean, I can pay for it. It's okay.
Oh no! I'm not questioning that, but Captain Zachariah, he's been so enthralled with his work, and we've all been wondering when he'd settle down with a nice young girl.
Oh my, okay.
When is the baby coming?
You're not there.
Oh,
Disadvantage.
okay.
Oh boy, okay. Well, thank you very much for your generosity.
Oh, but of course, and shall I have these delivered to the embassy, or would you like to collect them tomorrow morning?
I can collect them tomorrow morning before we leave.
Wonderful, wonderful. I will make sure I'm here. I have a cot in the back for such occasions. If I don't answer right away, just knock loudly. Hey, Reppin' Wolf!
Hi, Reppin' Wolf.
And here, take this. And she hands you a little oatmeal-shaped bone. It's quite stale and hard. It's been handed down from generations, but I feel it will bring you some luck.
I'm writing that down on my character sheet.
Yes! is the thing.
Did we? And I'm sorry, we didn't actually talk about this on break. Did we get like any official equipment kit gear from Emmeline?
You did not yet. She's spending the day trying to get everything together.
Okay.
And she will have it in your rooms this evening.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I didn't want to.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why
no.
I wasn't shopping for stuff.
You're fine. I don't know. What was it? All right. So,
Okay.
hold on a second.
Nope.
Oh.
Not Hakuba. Oh my gosh. Rogan and Eric. It's hard. Not quite well. No one knows what it is, though. So, you two go to. Oh, Navara! Yay! Woo! Thank you, Navara. Oh, the little image flaps its wings and it's so cute. It's my favorite. Woot woot. Eric and Rohit, you guys make your way to the academy seeking out William Cuthbert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you get there and the academy grounds are huge. The academy itself is called Capitol Hall and it is dead center of the city. And I mean it's huge. It's like the campus here, but it's all connected in one building. So the halls that aren't connected are, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And there is a desk when you first walk in. And might I help you, gentlemen?
I'm looking for William Cuthbert.
Well, Mr. Cuthbert is actually in a training exercise at
I was
the
sent by
moment.
his father.
Oh, that's lovely. He's in a
Where's he
training.
Perhaps if you let them finish, they might actually tell us.
And you, sir, how may I help you?
By the way, I'm keeping my symbol covered for the moment. As the gentleman said, we are looking for William Cuthbert. We have been sent by his father.
And I hate to inform you, he is in a closed training exercise, magical woods, the whole 9 yards. If you would like, I could take you up to the observation deck, but at this time, there's...
When will he be available?
Where's the observation deck?
I can show you in a moment. It depends on how long the exercise takes. What we have our more fragile students doing an exercise and being a cleric in training. He's there in case something goes wrong.
Then by all means, lead us to the observation area.
Don't give me that look. How could I not?
What look?
Because you already know what happens.
I know.
She escorts you to the back of the building and up a flight of stairs and starts pressing some magical runes on the wall. And
I would like to watch
okay,
because of my roguish ways.
you know what?
Because
Oh,
of your
love you
roguish
guys
ways?
too. You roll. You know, roll me just an intelligence roll and add your proficiency.
13.
13. You remember it's a pretty simple pattern. It's a grid of 9, 3, 3, 3. And it's the equivalent of 4
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
yeah. 4, 3, 5, 7, 9. Two. 4, 3, 5, 7, 9, 2. Sorry. And the wall recedes and it's a magical wall of force. You can see it kind of scintillating, but you can see through it like clear glass. And as you look down below, you see a number of beasts. There's some orcs, there's a troll, and there's some creatures you're not familiar with riding wargs. And they are lunging forward, and you see these 5 casters lined up in robes, these 5 acolytes, and you see the spark go off, and a battle ensues as you see these creatures rushing towards the acolytes. You watch one of the acolytes freeze in terror as it's crushed. You see one in particular, a tall, slender woman, and she's got a braid that comes like a side braiding down, and she immediately starts moving her hands and whipping out what appears to be protective magic and offensive magic, and I need you both to roll me perception. Troll in the training room! Troll in the training room! Thought you should know. Eric.
15.
15.
Okay.
Rogan.
17.
Oh. You both notice as you're looking down that you can see across there's some people in robes, more dignified looking robes, watching like from the other side of the gym, as it were. And Rogath, something catches your eye as you notice there's a set of doors in the bottom right corner. And there appears to be a halfling man beating on the door and trying to get through it. And you can't make out what he's saying, but he seems quite upset that he is on the other side of that door.
I could do better than these guys.
What do you think's going on down over there? And I point out the...
And then Eric, as soon as he points it out.
He was probably late to class.
No diggity. And as it doesn't take very long, and you see as the acolytes, when they fall, they raise their hand and a red spark goes up, and there's some clerics on the sideline, 2 of them, that rush in, and you see one that you both immediately are able to identify as William Cuthbert. He's walking in to grab this fallen acolyte, and as a ward's coming in, he literally just turns and sucker punches it in the jaw, sending it spinning as he walks over, picks up the acolyte over one shoulder,
That's how you do it.
and starts walking out and deflecting blows as he's going. Very...
Looks like that boy has some talent.
There is not no ones out there. We have 2 20s at the moment. And just...
Woo, woo.
Woo!
Yay, thank you!
All the hype.
Hype, hype.
And gets this acolyte to safety and immediately turns back for another. You see that the woman with the braid on the side of her head quickly becomes one of the only 2 acolytes left standing. Most of them either froze or just weren't perceptive enough to look at more than one thing at a time. But she seems to very much be doing all right until she's caught off guard as she goes to interpose herself between, there's 2 of them left, her and one other, and she interposes herself to protect the other and doesn't get a ward up fast enough and goes down hard, and there's a considerable amount of blood, and you watch William rush back in after her, and then everything in the gym goes dark. Well, it looks like they are wrapping up. It will be some time as he does some healing endeavors. Is there somewhere I can send him to meet you?
Is there a way I can train? I'd like to brush up on my skills, and sometimes coming to academies like this can teach me tricks I don't know.
And are you a visitor then?
Yeah.
What are your skills in, if I might ask?
I'm very comfortable in the woods hunting the undead.
Oh, well, we don't have any undead around.
Oh, that's
here.
my speciality. But if there's, wargs, trolls, orcs, and ogres, heck yeah, that sounds like fun.
And will you be joining him?
I could use the exercise.
Well, let me go down to my desk and see if there's any openings. Do you have anyone else you would like to come fight with you?
Oh, heck no.
All right. Just a moment, and she.
You can send some of your acolytes in that are training for this whole clerical thing.
So they can take notes.
Yeah.
Humble bastard. All right. She goes down to her desk, and while she goes down, what do you do? Are you just gonna stand there, or are you gonna?
I'm gonna follow her because I don't know where I'm going. Otherwise, I could get myself lost.
Prep my shield and whatnot, getting that stuff ready. I wonder if Vakafora would like to join us.
Yeah.
I get the sense that he is not.
Quite good, yeah.
Well, yes, I suppose I could. They need a moment to
Reset.
get everything set up for you. How skilled do you feel the two of you are?
Well, how do you do your tiers here?
Well, typically 1 through 10, 1 being some,
How about 3?
all right.
On a scale of
What does 3 entail?
on a scale of 1
You'll
to
find
20.
out.
Well, your friend spoke for you, so now you'll find out, won't you?
The worst we're going to do is lose.
Fair enough.
You do realize, sir, that the injuries you sustain are quite real.
You have healers, right?
If they can get to you fast enough, yes.
Well, I would like to make sure they're there before we start.
Let's see here. Well, in that
I'm
case...
not going to put your facility at risk for a death. That
Oh,
could
it
be-
does happen from time
That
to
could be
time.
prevented.
Well, if you come back at 4 bells, we will have everything set for you and a healer on site. I'm assuming you would like Cuthbert?
Sure, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Why not?
Test his skills.
Well, test our skills.
Not true.
I am a bit rusty. I did. The best I've done so far is sneak around.
Mm.
And some rats.
You killed some rats, yeah.
You know, he comes from noodles too.
1 second.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to do it? Are you really sure you don't want to join it?
Perfect. If you gentlemen will come back at 4 bells, I can have it set to have Mr. Cuthbert accompany you,
Well,
and
we
you can
still-
even speak with him then.
So there will be some that much time before we have a chance to speak to him then?
Yes, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
It's gotta get a long rest then.
Right?
Damn you guys.
You're welcome.
Parisa, you get your armor ordered. What else would you like to do?
I know he is.
Let's
I know he is on duty, but I would like to see if I can find Zachariah.
Okay, I have a stack of manila file folders, I believe, behind you guys. Can you hand them over here?
All of them?
Thank you, Nivara. Yes. Because unless I'm mistaken, William Cuthbert's actually in one of these. All right.
Also,
Yes.
Riza to put in a requisition for another shield.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. Are you going back to Barney and Norris? Sorry.
Well, it depends if Emily?
Emily?
Emily.
Yeah. can procure that for us or not, or if we actually have to procure it ourselves. So.
She would suggest that you procure what you can on your own, and if has something better, so much she'll.
Okay.
Careful.
I got this.
Okay.
I got this, guys.
The end is loading.
So yeah, in which case I will be stopping by the blacksmiths to see if they don't have something prepared or if it would
Right.
prepare.
Well, actually, the armor is my specialty. What is it exactly that you were looking for?
Well, I'm looking for a kite shield.
A kite shield.
Yes.
Well, I do in fact have one of those.
He makes things to protect from things that go kaboom.
The city shattering kaboom. I can yes. I can in fact create this for you. Aye, and I'll smash it out in no time by putting hot coals on it.
Oh.
I apprenticed for twice as long as anyone else, so I know what I'm doing.
Miss Fatal Fellow, I think it is on cooldown.
But it's also give no nap.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
DM is loading.
Or it
DM
might-
is loading. Okay, so
Well, I
you're
thought
gonna
it was
go.
just no nat 1.
Yeah, I can absolutely get that for you. I'll do that.
That would be wonderful. I appreciate it.
No a problem.
How much would I owe?
Oh, it is no nap one. Okay.
Yeah, because that's what Patrick did.
Here, and he hands you a piece of parchment with some prices on it.
Which we have somewhere.
Yeah, it should be on the table,
It
guys.
is, I think.
Yep.
Blame Joe.
Oh, DM, they said. It'll be great, they said. Oh, wait, there's Diggity. So maybe it's in there.
Forgot about that. That you named the thing Diggity.
I mean, that's just his alias.
I can probably go in for that for you.
No Diggity.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Quanto Questa.
Doesn't matter.
The other Patrick
I'm
Krabby.
rolling.
Huh?
I'm rolling right now.
I do love it. I really do. Alright, so you guys have a few hours. What have you done with your rat?
He's been wandering around with me.
Okay. And Parisa, you are able to find Zachariah.
Okay.
He is out on his rounds.
I have a problem with this, Ben.
Uh-huh.
I have a problem with what Ben put on here.
Oh, okay.
Um.
What is it? Is it something we need to talk about now? Because that's what I'm using. Or is it?
The thing I circled. Very bottom. I think that was a mistype.
No, because it's for this one, not the bottom one. It's for the great bow, not the long bow.
Okay.
And that would be raw.
That's why I said I thought it was a mistype and asked.
Ah. Yeah. The rat is still waiting in the hay for you. Navara, and you wonder why Loxy died on your birthday.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I love you. I love you.
That was like all
Truth
kinds
hurts. I
of
love you.
That was mean.
Ouch.
I love you so much.
Oh, why are you so
Even though you abandoned me on my first night in the dojang as a black belt and no one else showed up, I love you.
She had a legitimate reason.
I'm just.
Okay.
I'm still gonna give her crap. Alright, so
You sure you love me?
yes, I do. You have here, Eric and Rogat. There is a better map of Capitol Hall and how the wings are set up there. You do find Zachariah Parisa, and he's doing rounds and invites you to come with him, and will point out sites in the city.
Perfect.
All right, so
I
you
mainly wanted to let him know. I'm not going to go into great detail, but I am going to let him know that we are going to be leaving the city again the next morning.
okay. He's very saddened by this.
And see if maybe he wants to get dinner again
Sounds like
after
that.
he is done with his shift.
It would be my honor, Lady Parisa.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go for that too.
So Lady Parisa has her. So are you gonna stay with him for the rest of the day then until he's done, or?
No, I will walk around with him for a little bit. As you
He
said, he was-
points out, the temples, the academy, Central Hall. Capitol Hall. He points out as well
Okay.
as something of interest. And then encourages you to do some exploring on your own as well. Akathor, what are you up to?
I think I'm pretty well kitted out.
Okay, then I'm just gonna go ahead and figure out what you want to do, and then I'm gonna clip you guys along here.
Okay. Nope. Are there any poor people or are there any homeless people around?
There's very, very little. As pretty much what I explained to Eric last session, there's a lot of places for them to go between the temples and Capitol Hall. Anyone that is ousted as such is typically taken in and taught a trade
Okay. No beggars, nothing like that.
and put to work. Yes.
Well, way to shoot a hole in my plan.
I'm sorry. Alright, anywhere else that you specifically want to?
Oh, did you ever end up going down that alley? Okay.
Yes, and you were able to connect with all three of them.
And I gave them a gold because of their assistance.
Perfect.
No, sorry. I don't think I need anything else.
Alright, perfect. I am going to fast forward to 4 bells.
Well, how about 3.5?
3.5, okay.
I need to pick up a few things.
Okay. Anything that's basic shopping supplies, just use cost in the PHB. Yes, Eric. If you get ball bearings, so help me God.
I have 983 on me. I'm okay. I need a 1 pound bag of ash.
You are capable of getting it.
What would that cost me?
A silver.
Okay. And I need 5 small bells.
Your children have polymorphed. Or
Do you want
actually
to go find
polymorphed
out what
already.
happens?
They're just roughhousing. They're just roughhousing.
That's 1!
You pooping?
I need, 5 small bells.
You find them.
How much would that cost?
Another silver.
Oh.
Parisa, is there a specific spot you want to sightsee?
The place he went when we first got to the city.
Oh, yes.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep, it's got the library and the
Yes.
tapestries and
The tapestries. I want to see
the
some
word I can't think of.
tapestries.
The Grand Pavilion.
Yes.
This place.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure. That
I'll
place.
get back to you momentarily. Yes, Eric.
I need 2 pots, clay pots, of grease.
With or without lids.
Corks.
Another silver.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Going on over a waterfall. Sharp rocks at the bottom.
More likely.
Bring it on. Anything last minute you need?
Probably.
Yes, Eric?
And I need an entire quiver of arrows with no heads.
You got it.
20 silver.
3 silver.
23 silver.
I need a pound.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that meddling safety mechanism.
actually need 2 pounds of salt.
You got it.
And the last,
5 copper.
And the last thing I'm going to need is some chalk.
Okay. Okay, MacGyver. Okay.
I
2
would
copper.
like I would like some string and a couple paper clips.
What are paper clips?
And a number 2 pencil.
Krabby
That
has
is
a
neat
timer
attempt.
for the fireball.
May I get? Oh boy,
Right, Krabby.
I lied. I do want to pick up some stuff.
Okay. I will say go ahead and you can, within reason, you can get what you need. Teresa, what was it particularly you wanted to look at the Grand Pavilion?
At this point, I'm just sightseeing.
Okay.
And I know from what we've been told that it's whatchamacallit.
We were
There's a
betting
lot
on
of,
that.
like, history and stuff.
Yeah, and you can see the founding of Silas. When you come in, there is a lineage of kings. There's notes on the Pantheon. There's records of all the Knights of Londres and their companions. What in particular are you just looking at anything, or is there something you want to look at more in depth?
I'm just looking, and I'm not looking at anything in particular.
I mean, there's a library, there's a hall of history, there's one dedicated to the Pantheon, and then there's a hallway called the Lineage of Kings.
Actually, I think I will take some time in the hall that's dedicated to the Pantheon,
Okay.
especially given our mission.
Okay. You find all the information that you'd learned and that your mother reiterated for Eric.
Okay.
You also do see niches with homage to Lyrical, Hylor, Marasa, Corandor, Elfcure. You do see one to Ysandrael as well.
Okay.
And then you see a niche that has a black shroud hanging in front of it in honor of Marasa's fallen twins. And roll me a perception, please.
That would be
And I bet
19.
Oh, thank you.
19.
Yes.
You see something catches your eye by the niche with the black shroud on it. You see the glint of something shiny as you're just walking by.
I will look to pick it up, or look to see what it is actually.
For like
Kind of half etched in the niche, you see what looks like a coin. Placed by the base of this pillar.
Does it look like the coin Eric found?
It does. It has the symbol of Marasa, but it is the crossed keys.
I would like to take like a handkerchief
Okay.
and pick it up in that,
Because it's bedtime. Thank you.
because it is a coin, so it's more than
Yep.
likely made of metal. So I'm going to pick it up and wrap it up in that
Okay.
and put it in my purse, so it is on my person but as far away from touching my skin as possible.
Gotcha.
And as soon as I find these 3, I'm giving it to one of them.
Gotcha. So then are you going to leave immediately or are you going to stay and...
I'm going to take a look around and pay around that particular little shrine, for lack of a better term,
Okay.
and see if there's any other possible hints that I could see. And I will go back over to the dedication to Marasa as well and re-look over it to see if there's anything else.
Roll me investigation.
10.
Nothing looks odd or out of place at that one.
Okay. Is because Zachariah had pointed out a couple different shrine or temples and stuff like that to Carissa.
Yes.
Are there any temples or places other than the place in here that I'm at that are dedicated or pay homage to Ysandriel?
Actually, yes. So here you are in the pavilion.
Yep.
Down here, there is actually a park of sorts with a public well.
Okay.
That has a statue and kind of a garden corner dedicated to Ysandriel, and they keep bees there as well.
Okay. I am going to after I am done there, I'm going to go to the embassy, drop the no, I don't want to drop the coin off. I'm gonna try and find Akathor.
Okay.
And give the coin to him.
Okay.
And then I want to go to the garden there.
Okay. Akathor, what are you up to at this point? Eric, yes?
By any off chance, do we run into either one of those two?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna have that. Carissa, as you're heading back looking for Akathor, Eric and Rogus, as you guys are out shopping, you do see Carissa with a really odd look on her face, walking quickly in the direction of the embassy.
I will head over to them. If I see them. If I see Eric going, hi!
I'm not gonna get crazy about it. I'm just gonna raise my hand and flag.
Akathor,
no,
you
even
as well are able to. I'm rounding you guys back.
So my bird shows up.
And she does. She comes and lands on your shoulder. She seems annoyed with your rat. She keeps like...
Well, I sent her to go grab Carissa.
We all met up.
Oh, okay.
Rather
yeah.
than leaving, I sent
So,
Nerevis to go grab her.
Carissa, as you're walking back looking for Akathor, you feel something land on your shoulder.
Okay.
And you realize it is who Eric refers to as Nerevis, and she is chittering at him. Chittering at you and kind of tugging on your shirt collar in a direction.
I will follow this bird's direction.
You find Eric and Rogus. And hey, look, it's Akathor.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Boy, this was
Oh, hey.
So, Rogus and I are gonna go get beat up. You guys want to join us?
I'm sorry, what?
We're going to the training hall thingy here in town where Cuthbert is.
Capital Hall, okay.
And they've got a training facility in there, and I figured it'd be a great way to brush up on skills. I know you haven't been in the monastery in a couple of days, so it might be a way for you to brush up on your skills. Right. And I still am not 100% sure what you're capable of, so it would be fun to see.
Oh,
you.
for Pete's sake!
Oh, net fireball!
I just heard it.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's a 1.
Oh!
I found the red die again, so I accidentally put it in with my DM dice.
Oh, jeez.
So I think it'd be a great way for us to learn how
That's
to...
scary, Krabby. Every time it goes off, my heart stops a little bit.
We should know better. We should like stand away and just yell at each other from across the...
Got a platform.
You guys want to go get beat up?
So, one of us has to be at minimum of 40 feet away
Right.
from the group at all times.
But I think it'd be a great way for us to learn how to work together if we're going to go out into battle.
That's actually a really good plan.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay. What training is this that we're about to...
They've got, what did we see? Wargs, ogres, orcs and some other critters that they sick on us and we fight them, and
No.
they have healers that will make sure that we're not dead.
Okay, that's what I'm a little worried about, because my mission here is to make sure that she doesn't get hurt.
Right. So what better way to learn what she's capable of and how much you have to protect her than have her in a combat
Grab
scenario that we know is at least semi-controlled.
It's not a bad idea.
This is up to you. Like I said, my mission here is to protect you, so.
I did find something, but I would like to not be in.
Oh, we can talk about it while we're beating things up.
Whack! So, did you see that thing? Whack! Yeah, I did.
I'm going to pull the handkerchief out
Okay.
of my purse and I'm going to hand it to Rogith.
Okay. She hands you a handkerchief.
That has something wrapped up in it.
It's not.
Gross!
That is gross.
And it's a
It's a
crusty
clean
one.
handkerchief. And sure enough, you find.
She's gonna throw something. Be careful. She was looking down at the table too to try to find something. Saw that look.
And I assume that the coins went on in there.
Yes, there is a coin, and it is, again, a freshly minted coin with the symbol of Marasa altered to have the crossed keys.
Where did you get this?
I found it in the place,
Pavilion.
the pavilion, in the Hall of the Pantheon. We're gonna call it that. The Hall of the Pantheon. It was tucked by the shrine to the fallen twins.
This. I'm assuming you're just holding it, right?
Yeah, I'm holding him in
This
the...
is similar to your symbol, but it's obviously different.
Yeah.
You seen that before?
Only once.
Where?
In the other coin that he found.
Okay.
Tied up in that thing.
What are they made of?
Silver.
We're gonna get rich if we keep finding these.
Good save.
Thank you! Thank you! Actually, no, these are Electrum.
Oh, get rid of them. Electrum sucks.
Isn't it like
1/25th, whereas everything else is 1/10.
God? Well, we're not gonna spend it. It's some sort of devil coin.
Yes, Electrum is double coin.
That's all you guys are gonna
What?
find now.
How long until this training
This is your fault.
do we have?
It is.
How long until this
Roughly
training?
half a bell.
But yeah.
Like 20 minutes at this point.
Roughly a third of a bell.
Okay.
I hand the thing back to her unless you don't want it.
No,
I
she
don't
she
want
can't.
that.
She can't hold on to it.
Oh, that's right.
I'll put it with my other one.
As I...
Okay, I think maybe we should tell your mother about this. That you're finding these. We're finding these all over the place now, but not now. Obviously, we need to go
Yes.
brush up on Eric's fighting skills.
Yeah.
Sorry, are we boring you?
When,
No, I'm just getting tired.
I know.
when I picked up the coin, did I feel anything from it?
Ooh, pally senses.
Are you opening up your pally senses?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not inherently, no.
Not inherently. But I did remember feeling it from the other coin.
Yeah.
Which was
Yeah.
not good.
I mean, it gives you that inner, because it's the holy symbol of your goddess, and it's the face.
Well, let's worry about this.
I would also appreciate from here on in, I think we're going to keep this under wraps. And I hold my glove over my hand.
Is that
Okay.
going to hinder your
If
abilities
need be,
in
I
any
can
way?
rip my glove off very quickly.
That's fair enough.
Okay. Well, so are we heading off to?
Yeah, it'll take us a minute to get there, so we should.
Yeah. You guys make your way back to Capitol Hall, and the woman that was at the desk earlier is waiting for you. You've
I
returned?
love you.
And I brought friends.
Are you just gonna say that to every woman?
Just to mess with you. Yeah.
I brought friends because I realized it was probably a mistake to leave them out.
Sounds wonderful. So there will be 4 of you then.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I just closed
Well,
Twitch.
5.
Hmm?
Cuthbert. Sorry.
Well, he's technically not part of our group.
True.
All right. Well,
Could be though.
we have. Don't do this to me. We have everything ready for you. If
Wasn't
you
there a halfling running around too? We should grab him too.
Yeah, why not?
you want to play 2 characters?
Sure.
Do you really?
No. It sounds terrible.
You started it. All right. You guys are led into a gymnasium, and it has a pretty much open floor plan at this point. There are, you see now, I have no response to that other than
That's all it showed on the DM camera for about 3 seconds. I just happened to look down at your phone and look and see it. I was like, oh god.
So it's an open floor plan.
I mean, you did this to yourself.
no, I didn't. I was born with them.
Oh.
Maybe she's bored with it.
Maybe it's Googling. Victoria's Secret is now public. Moving
Was it
forward.
ever a secret?
I will start stretching and getting ready for. That sounded painful.
That was painful.
Combat.
There's
I'll check my strings and whatnot.
as you guys start to prepare, you see that columns are rising out of the floor, and I'm gonna give someone these. If you want to draw a 60 by 80 room,
We're on the hex side, does that matter?
sure. No, it doesn't matter. You guys will live. Just do a rough estimation of 60 by 80. And then put just randomly around the room a couple of walls, like barricades. Think paintball course, Thaco, and some columns. Hey Loxy, can you touch Navara? Actually, yes I can. I'll show you later.
Is it squared or?
Squared, yes. Kind of, well, rectangular. Aw, thanks, Reppin. I have a very high dex. And as you guys are watching this terrain start to pull up, in strides someone that Rogith and Eric you recognize to be William Cuthbert.
This hurts to look
He
at.
has a very
This is really just painful.
what's the problem with it?
The square room on a hex grid. And
You know what?
No, it's not your fault. It's
It's not even square though. It's
Ouch.
kind of like
it's ouch.
like cause
Well-
really that's like curved.
Like you could have just oh it just hurts to look at. Agathor wants to die already.
What did I do now, Reppin?
Everything.
Oh, this is ugly. I can't. No, it's what's done is done. It's not again. It's not you. It's the hex.
I know.
It's
Actually,
William
you know
Cuthbert
what?
walked.
Is the small one there?
No, this is
No,
fine.
it's too late.
This is fine.
It's
We're
too late.
here. I'm already on the board.
Everything's fine. It'll be okay. He is a sturdy human with thick dark hair, a well-trimmed beard. He looks a bit stocky, but it's muscular stocky.
I love you.
The hell are you doing?
Messing with all of your characters. Gotta get in their minds. We should probably be okay.
You're the group looking for a healer?
Actually, we're looking for you. Your father sent me.
Is that
Cuthbert.
That's good.
okay? Can I get a?
Hey, Tristan!
Hey, Tristan.
Hello.
Greetings and salutations.
Oh? And what brings you here for my father?
Well, he said apparently I could learn some things from you because my mind is kind of missing.
He's adult.
He's addled.
I have no
I'm not that kind of cleric.
I hope we're not about to get raided, are we?
Oh no.
Oh! That would have been cool.
I have no recollection of what happened. I have no recollection of what happened in my past. There's much of it that's missing.
Ah.
And he said mayhaps he could help. However, before that begins, we decided that seeing as the four of us are going to be traveling together, it'd be great to learn some battle tactics, so I decided to train. And you were just recently recommended to me as being pretty darn good at what you do.
He kind of blushes and looks down a little bit, and he's very capable, and he has that air of he's seen combat before, but he seems very modest at the same time. Well, I'll do what I can.
Well, I watched
Have
you
you
punch
thought-
that ward in the face, so that was pretty cool.
It made me angry.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have you all fought together
Sort
before?
Kind of.
of. Sort of. Nothing official.
So that's a no. Do you know what you're up against?
No.
Not really.
Nope.
His fault.
Out.
Good luck to you.
We'll be just fine.
Can you give us at least a little bit of a heads up as to what we should expect?
I cannot.
Wonderful.
Although I do need you to hold out your right hands, please, palms up. And he puts his hand briefly over each of yours, and you get this mark on your palm. If at any point it's too much for you, raise your hand, and a red spark will fly out, and I'll come in and get you out.
Okay.
If you lose the arm, I'll come in after you automatically.
Awesome.
9 lieth Q mouse.
They're determined.
They are. They're very determined. That lid is.
9 lieth.
Oh, there we
I
go.
can see them.
Yeah, but they're ignoring you. All right, well, let's do this.
Is there any foliage?
Yeah, what do I have for terrain?
Well, she said to kind of set it up like a paintball field, so I think there's just scattered, like, obstacles.
Yeah, so put 4 or 5 columns, just 5 foot around, and then let me see what I have for.
There's some like tipped over couches and
No, but there's a couple.
Pallets,
There's
a trailer
2 or
somewhere.
3 2 or 3 5-foot tall barricades that are about 10 feet long.
And these are 5 foot squares, correct?
Yes, these are 5-foot squares. That actually looks perfect. Thank you, Esquire. I appreciate it.
Okay, so those are walls, and then you said there were some columns and whatnot?
Yeah, just put a couple random columns about. What am I missing? What is so gosh darn funny?
Yeah. You'll see.
I accept tips. I mean, what do you want from me? I mean, current ownership split is 51-49%, so I can't offer that, but Sweater puppies.
I mean, we take bits.
That lets you know you love. I don't know if I'm loved, but apparently my sweater puppies are getting an adequate amount of love tonight.
That guy's in the dark.
Oh jeez.
Alright.
Wait, what?
And there we go!
So that was one bit. Is that one tit? Or,
Alright, so moving on.
did you want foliage?
No, she said there was no fault.
No foliage. Okay.
Oh,
Good to know.
Stary goes to Moto Mesa. Durvista.
Alright, so we are in this room. There are things that popped up out of the ground to create obstacles and such.
Yes, and oh, Aurora with the 5 bits. I'll chest bump you later, Aurora. We'll call it even. You're turning. The hell I am.
She's in denial.
Help me, somebody.
No,
I'm an adult.
you brought this upon yourself.
Oh.
Ah, yeah.
Nobody's showing me.
Oh.
Wait. Oh. You guys.
And there's a little roar now every time you cheer.
That's awesome.
Hey, Thaco.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making money. Legally. Officer.
Garlic.
Officer. Alright, I need everyone to please roll initiative. Oh my god!
That's super cool.
That is awesome.
Isn't it awesome?
Hey.
Oh jeez, thanks, Rapid.
I am gonna have a good turn here.
Are you sure it's totally legal? I'm not sure anymore. I'm questioning my life choices, actually.
Wait, no way! Reppin', you're not showing me up. I'm in this damn bit war. Charge my credit card. I'm Jewish.
Wait, what? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, we're good.
You're going down, Reppin'.
Everybody, roll initiative, please.
We did.
I was insulted by time. Bring it on. Are we really having a bit war over my sweater puppies?
I only have 100 bits left, so it's not going to be much of a war.
Oh, funny.
Alright, screw you too, Patrick. There.
What the heck?
I love the fact that all I can hear is
Twisted, what did you do? This is all your fault.
That's all I got. I'm out. I am officially bitty broke.
Alright, so we've rolled initiative.
Yeah. William takes his place on the sidelines and lets you know that he
Sorry, not sorry.
he can't help it.
Damn!
For the sweater puppies!
Alright, so tonight's stream might get us flagged.
But look at all the bank we're making.
Oh gosh, we just got a $10 donation.
And twisted. Alright, we're officially switching to Dragons in the Dark.
I think I know why we.
Oh gosh, thank you, Miss Beetle. That's another 10.
Oh my goodness.
So between.
guys are too fun. That's awesome. Yep. Dragons After Dark.
I didn't say garlic yet.
Hell to the yeah. Won't be on that.
And for those of you, all right, for those of you who are going to be watching this on YouTube, we're losing it because we just had our biggest bit war there is. Oh my goodness, we have
We just got over
subs.
10,000 bits.
Like 5,000, 6,000 bits. It was a bit war all over the place. You guys are awesome.
Oh my gosh, you guys. That was awesome.
And I think
I think you killed our DM.
the DM just ran away.
Oh boy.
You guys are a riot. Oh,
That's fantastic. Oh, there we go.
Right, so let's get this combat.
Yeah, that was definitely a DMK.
Wait. We broke the sub goal?
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, we just broke the sub goal.
I just donated 2 subs.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
We just hit 25 subs.
That's awesome.
So next Nerevis, the DM will be wearing a corset. Thank you guys, much appreciated. I think
What changed?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's fantastic.
What the hell just happened?
That just
Alright,
happened.
so corsets and bacon next Nerevis. It's
Ooh.
officially decided as a fan, thank you. I will have to make some gold and purple dishcloths for some people.
And another 500.
You guys are gonna make me cry, like happy cry. I never thought I could feel so loved being objectified at the same time.
Well, one thing, because I have to say it now, we just broke our subscription goals, so we're going to have to figure out some sort of giveaway because we hit our sub goal.
Actually, we can talk about that Thaco because I think we did talk about that, and can I finally now do the thing?
Oh, heck yeah.
Woo! Alright,
But
I
I'm
know what
thinking-
but we'll
I'm
talk
thinking we're
to
also going to talk to Double Danes to see if they want to help us too.
Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna have to have a bigger giveaway coming up here pretty quick.
Loxy.
So, let's try to get back to the game.
Hashtag didn't say garlic. Alright, Akathor, what is your initiative?
24.
Rogan.
13.
Barista.
20.
Eric.
18.
And I'm
busy
rolling for
stretching my
William
eyes.
just to... Aww, love you too, wifey. Other wifey. No, wifey. Everyone else is in my harem. We have complicated
Hey, I'm
friendships.
first woman.
You
so
are first woman.
Just saying.
I love all you guys. Like, side note, oh my gosh, that just happened.
I instantly went from 1 to 3rd place, and I've still donated almost 2,000 bits. 1,100 bits.
I don't have words.
Yeah, that was 7.
You didn't want a game without derailment. Not anymore!
Over 10,000, I think,
That's
because
just crazy.
Twisted just gave 5,000
Yeah.
just by
Holy
himself.
crap.
Plus 3,000 between Reppin and Seek.
Yeah.
Plus 1,000 from me. Plus
Ay.
2 subs.
I want to be in your harem too. Yeah! Definitely corsets and bacon next Nerevis. Guys, I don't know, figure something out, I guess. I mean, Parisa and I will be rocking it.
I mean, I have boobs too. I can wear a low cut top.
I'll just wear bacon.
to a bacon dress.
Yep.
Alright, and Thaco, if you'd be so kind to put these on the opposite end of the field, you guys can choose your starting
Points.
Starting position.
Gentlemen, start your end.
Oh yeah, next Strad's supposed to be corsets.
You know what? We'll just have a whole lot of corset nights back to back. I'm good with this at this point. Yeah, because that happened, and I will think of some other fun things that need to happen as a thank you for all of our viewers. Hold on, I completely lost
This
my
is him.
That's him. Okay.
yeah.
I'm
I'll
just
know
gonna do a
this.
placeholder for now.
Corset.
I need to come.
As you see these creatures pop in, there are two what appear to be absolutely gorgeous cats. They look like lynx, but their fur is silver and shadowed, and it almost looks
And that
like
one,
mercury.
The two little ones?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna cover
I
this.
cannot actually see.
They look like that. Meow.
Aurora should be familiar with them.
You know what? Why not? I'll talk to Thaco. I
Thaco
do
and a
have a
corset.
spare. I think we can make that happen. Maybe we can set a goal to make that
Actually,
happen.
I bet one of Taya's would fit him.
Otherwise, my blue one might fit him.
Yep.
I'm good with
Now
this.
you have to do it.
Thaco chat demands it. You're wearing a corset, either next Strahd or next Nerevis. Maybe you can wear a corset while you're NPCing as Strahd. I think that might be.
NPC, an attractive female character.
You know, yeah. Let's make this happen. Chat demands it, and I'm all for it.
And you're good with voices.
Wait. There's a Star Trek corset?
What?
I need to see this, Allie.
A
Come
Star
on.
Trek corset.
Oh my gosh.
Well, she's. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Hmm.
That is tomorrow.
What?
I DM tomorrow.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so, again, as a reminder, I am going to have you guys roll initiative every round of combat. You guys are given one last chance if you want to back out.
Nope, this will be a good training exercise.
Mm-hmm.
This will be.
Alright, the wolf
Looks
that
really,
pops...
really big.
The wolf that pops up is actually... Eric, you immediately are drawn to it. Your attention is drawn to it as it is obviously undead. It is skeletal in nature and has purple flames licking off of it.
Puppy Lich?
Puppy Lich. Yeah, essentially. And I'm going to have the enemies go on one initiative because I'm a kind of... Ooh, shies and cookies for you guys. Akathor, you will be starting this, followed by the enemies.
Okay.
And we have
I
two.
love it.
That's awesome.
And
All
we
right.
That's
have-
amazing.
To be aware, we do have two Nat 20s.
Yes,
floating, and
yes,
then
there
one
are.
Nat 1.
I will happily steal one of those nat 20s. And as I run forward, so I'm run up to this wall here, kind of taking cover behind it.
How tall are they?
They are
5
5 feet.
Okay, so
I mean,
Yes.
I'm 6 foot tall, so yeah.
They're in this in the center of the walls. There is a dip that's 1 foot down, 1 foot across, and up.
So crumbled. Okay. And then I'll take one of those nat 20s to shoot a super nifty sunbolt at the big undead wolf.
That's amazing.
All right, and that is a nat 20, and that is radiant damage, is it not?
It is.
Ooh.
So.
I would have called that out, by the way, that I believe it's undead.
Well,
Okay.
and we can see the bones and crap too. So.
Now, for clarification, undead or fiend?
Undead.
Okay.
And you are aware of this, Eric.
And even on a crit, that's only 12 points of damage. Because I think some soul monks are really underpowered.
It's because what does your bolt do?
A d4 plus 5.
Okay. And then, okay, so that was 11? Right?
I thought you said 12.
3 plus 4, 7, 12.
12?
12.
You watch as your sunbolt hits it, and you know your sunbolts aren't, like a lightning strike, but when it hits, this thing yelps and recoils, and it seems as if your bolt did considerably more damage to it than it normally would have.
I love you.
That's what did the damage.
Wow. I love you.
Alright, anything else on you, Akathor?
That's all I got.
Alright, that leads us to the enemy's turn with a nat 20 out there floating. As the wolf is going to, Lich Puppy is going to run forward. It has a 50 movement, so I'm assuming it can make it around the barricade to you, Akathor?
Easy, yeah.
Okay, and it is going
it could practically make it to the whole group.
It is going to take a chomp at you with its bite,
Okay.
which it does.
Are you using the nat 20?
I am. For 22
Owie.
points of damage.
Boop.
It booped your snoot
It
really hard.
It then howls loudly, and I need the entire party to make a wisdom saving throw.
Holy smokes. Thank you very much, football
holy
chick.
crap!
What
Thanks,
just
Wow.
happened? What? Oh my god.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Not much more we can say, but thank you, because that's just amazing.
That's awesome. Thank you much.
Don't cry.
I'm not crying, you're crying!
Big girls don't cry.
Yes, they do.
It's
That's
those
why.
onions. Those bloody onions.
Oh my god.
I don't know what's going on with that, Twisted. There's 3 notifications that
Alright, I'm
every
good.
one pop
I'm
up.
good. I don't have. What the?
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Allie.
Oh my gosh, Allie. You guys are both just amazing.
If you guys keep donating, then the wolf won't kill me.
The wolf is still killing you!
Oh,
If you keep
Twisted.
Oh
her
my-
distracted.
So breaking the or breaking the screen.
I'm making everyone like little knit dishcloths and stuff, I guess.
Stop it.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh my gosh,
You
I
guys
love
are
you
too
guys.
much.
You're
Thank you.
awesome. We definitely are gonna do another giveaway, and we'll have to figure out something.
Appropriate.
Yeah, I think there's definitely gonna be.
Maybe we can.
Especially between what we just got.
Maybe we can like paint up a mini or something and give that away. That would be cool.
Along on top of that, Twisted and Allie and Football Chick, if you guys want to make an NPC, I will gladly find a way to slip them in one of my games. Absolutely.
Or one of the other games.
Yeah, I didn't want to speak for the other DMs, but oh my god.
Gladly.
What
Yeah.
the hell just happened?
We have really, really awesome friends.
Yes.
Don't kill me.
Okay, I'm focused. I got this! I don't got this. So, wisdom saves.
11.
How close am I to breaking?
Very.
Pretty freaking close.
Oh, really? Ouch.
Boo.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. We're not talking about it.
Okay, wisdom saves. Prisa.
8.
8?
8.
Okay, Rogan!
14.
Perfect. Agathor.
11.
Eric.
23.
Nice. 14 was the DC, so anyone who rolled less than 14,
Yeah.
you, are frightened,
Yeah.
you are terrified, You take 8 points of psychic damage
Ooh.
and immediately flee towards the nearest wall.
Whoa!
Said 8 points of psychic.
Yes.
Oof.
Whew.
And immediately flee towards where?
The nearest,
The nearest
wall.
wall.
Which is where I'm at.
So I mean, it would get an AO on me then.
It does not because you're not moving your own volition.
Okay.
Step 1, make fireball. It is the Silver Kitty's turn, and they are going to run towards the main group. Yes.
Those that saved, do they still take 8 or half? Or
No,
anything?
no.
Oh.
If you saved, you don't take anything.
It's a saber suck.
Gotcha.
Bleh. I'm not crying. They are going to run at the group. 35 feet. Do they make it?
Yeah, they're going to be short.
Okay, that's fine. And that is their movement. Parisa, you are up. Eric, you're on deck.
Am I able to do anything? Or was that
Thank you, Aurora.
Thank you.
daylight come and me wanna go home? Hey.
Ew!
So who's
Okay.
after the kitty?
I
Marissa?
love you guys.
Yeah. I'm able to do stuff,
call.
or am I
Good.
frightened?
You are frightened, and now that it's your turn, you can make another wisdom save,
This is good.
but it will take your action.
15.
15, you make it.
Cool. Then
You know, I don't even know Nevara.
what I'm going to do, because there is no foliage around,
We love all you guys, and
yes.
I really don't have words at the moment. I really, really don't.
Thank you. I mean, that's all there is thank you. That was just too cool.
Well, it goes a long way with stuff for this stream that we can do for giveaways for cameras, and
Everything.
I think we'll have to figure something out. We make it rain for the wet t-shirt contest. When you come up and visit off stream, we'll talk. Right? I'm sensing a girls' night.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
I can't wait.
All right, I'm gonna try and get through at least 2 rounds of combat before we
Okay.
wrap up here.
Okay. So I made my wisdom save. That's fine. I do have my quarterstaff out,
Okay.
and I'm going to use my bonus action
Yeah.
to cast Shillelagh.
Yes.
So,
All right, Parisa, anything else out of you? Any movement?
yeah, I'm gonna start moving 5, 10, 15,
Hey, Madazar.
5, 30. I'm gonna start moving towards Apithor and the Wolfie.
Okay. All right. Eric, you are up. Rogith, you're on deck.
I am going to use cunning action
Okay.
to hide behind this wall.
Okay.
Making it a 14. And then I'm going to lean out and aiming at the undead wolf, I am going to use sharpshooter and attack it.
Okay, so sharpshooter, remind chat what sharpshooter is.
Sharpshooter gives me -5 to hit, but if I do hit, I get +10 to
What the?
Really? That's just.
Holy sh... And yeah.
If I had enough time to wardrobe change again,
Twisted. He donated 100 so he could get invited to girls' night.
That was a smart man.
That was very well
Slash
done.
woman.
Very well done.
Twisted, you can come to girls' night. We're gonna need a DD.
You can be the mixer.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Twisted.
Seriously, that's.
You broke our DM. Thanks.
How do I keep going after them?
You guys blame me.
That's pretty amazing.
Oh.
Right, so these cats. Adnor, you should have stopped by for your order for earlier. I would have all of the trinkets and things for you, along with this tiny screwdriver. I don't know what a screw is. Is it a screwdriver? We love you guys too. We really do. And I can't wait till the next time you guys can visit and we can make keto cheesecake and I don't know, have all the good things and the hell.
You're not right.
I'm trying really hard not to on camera.
Oh.
Now he's upset.
No, Allie.
You have upset the Twisted.
No, Allie.
I'm sorry, I can be very I don't know.
I don't know if we can.
Yeah,
God, we're so
I
close to
will-
200
I
followers,
will-
too.
I don't know, I'll make you guys something. Or maybe just really big hugs and I don't know. Maybe we'll talk. Yeah. Alright, right. Okay, Rapid, I'm on it. Good game. Side note, apparently you can slap someone in the butt as long as you say good game. It makes it not weird.
It's not weird.
Not weird.
Learned that from Seekazilla.
Yes, it's true. It's a literal fact.
Eric, you are shooting at the undead puppy.
I rolled a 15 to hit.
Please hold. Your DM is loading. The combat is important to us. That barely hits.
After crashing.
Am I considered hidden from it?
Yes, you are.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 21 points of damage to it.
Nice. And that is piercing?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
It's sneaky piercing.
It is.
Sneersing.
Piercing.
You feel like it didn't do as much as it should have, but it was a solid hit. Eric, anything else out of you?
Negative.
Alright, Roguth, you...
Well, kind of. I'm going to duck down so that
Okay.
I got the wall covering me.
Noted. Roguth, you are up. William Cuthbert was not needed this round.
And I'm going to hold my action until one of these kitties attacks me.
Okay.
Or
you're-
attacks. Period.
Okay, you're holding action until the cat attacks.
Mhm.
Got it. Alright, next round of initiative. Because we were going to get through 2 rounds. Darn it.
Shoot.
Like- Whoa.
19. There we go.
Did you say what?
That's not right, is it?
What?
Allie, you're pretty amazing.
What?
What the heck, you guys? Like, if you guys want to have a competition more often, we're not going to complain. Just saying.
You're also keeping her from killing me, which I appreciate because I have 1 hit point.
Thank you guys.
Seriously.
You guys are
fantastic.
amazing. You really are.
And you broke her DM again.
Do you guys want this bad? Like, I don't know what to say.
Thank you guys very, very much.
There is no way I can ever possibly repay this. What are you guys doing?
Mind blown. completely just.
Darian, I'm not even there and I'm gonna
You broke
cry.
them both!
Alright. Yeah.
Keep this going another time. Crabby behave.
Take us out! Oh, and my makeup's not waterproof. Just found that out the hard way.
I mean, there's only 3 letters that are running through my head right now. WTF. This has been a crazy night.
Throw some knee pads for Thaco because he's gonna need them next time. Happy International Women's Day!
Oh my!
Whoa!
I am just gonna nope right the heck out of it.
Aurora, thank you.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Guys, help.
We're pretty much just as speechless.
Yeah.
Initiative.
Yes,
Yep, that thing. Yeah, that's what I rolled. Yep.
Agador.
11.
I mean, honestly, I'm torn between being completely numb, feeling like I want to throw up, and being really happy all at the same time.
Please don't throw up.
Yeah,
We
things
wanna
that really
appreciate
mess
that.
up with
It's that my brain's freaking out going, do you realize how much money that is? Like, I don't think you know what you're doing. You accidentally typed too many zeros.
Yep, you broke her.
I don't have a way to repay that. There is absolutely nothing I have or can do that.
This is what it's all about, honey. They're enjoying what we're doing.
And they're one successful.
I'm gonna have to clean it up. No.
Wait, clean what out?
The puke.
The happy pride blitz.
I just watched Step Brothers yesterday, so it's, I think I'm gonna throw up. No, don't throw up. Oh my god, he threw up. Please don't throw up. But thank you all. We really do. We love you all. You're amazing.
Thank you.
You guys are fantastic.
That's
Twisted, I swear, if you make her throw up,
guys-
you are cleaning that shit up.
You guys really are just fantastic.
That is a hard no,
I-
Twisted. A hard no.
garlic!
Alright. Initiatives?
I want to hug you guys so much and you're not here. Rogan.
That would be a 19.
There we go. 50 more from Krabby.
Thanks, Krabby.
Krabby, I love you too so much.
Oh.
Parisa
9.
likes horses. Eric.
17. And Krabby, I understand your pain.
Okay, so starting things off, we're gonna get through this round and then I'll wrap it up just because I don't even know what to say. 18 is the bad guys and they're going first.
To kill us.
I'm sorry, you did
No,
this to
Rogus goes
yourselves,
first.
Mr. I want
Rogoth goes first.
Rogus, what did Rogus?
Got a 19.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I wrote you down as a 15.
Oh, that's fine.
No,
Oh, I
you're
thought
19.
I heard
Rogus,
15
you're
too.
going.
Weird. Okay,
You're
get him.
going first.
Sounds good.
Oh, I wrote their thing down wrong. That's why I swapped your initiatives. You're good. You're going first. Hardcore first, and then Eric, you're second.
Okay.
Why is that going to
No,
No,
not
you're
at all.
fine. You're fine.
this? And I'm going to wait until they attack. Actually,
Okay, you're gonna. Oh jeez.
Oh, Krabby.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, I'm not gonna look at chat for a second. Okay, you're holding action.
I'm holding action until they attack me.
Okay.
Swing.
Perfect. Eric, that is you, and then Akathor is on deck. Parisa, what's your dex mod?
+4.
Oh,
Okay,
they're
perfect. Then
so
you're-
they're going after all of us.
They tied with Parisa, so yes, they're going last.
Nice. I might live.
All right. So
Not on stream.
swapping out.
Not on stream. Yes.
To
Miss
my
Miss
melee
Fatal Pillow,
weapon.
hook a brother up, help him out.
Swapping out to my melee weapon, I am now flanking the wolf,
Okay.
and I am going to attack said wolf. I'm glad I have advantage.
Yeah.
That's a 15 to hit him.
That's a hit.
And weak damage.
Yeah.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. Okay. Got it. Anything else out of you, Eric?
Yeah,
Did you add your sneak attack?
I only get 1d6 at the moment.
Okay.
I thought it starts off at 2d6, doesn't it?
Unless I have it wrong.
I thought so.
I thought so too.
All right.
I mean, I don't play
if it
Rogue
does-
enough, so I don't
If
know.
it does, we'll come back to that. I believe it does too, but
I may have wrote it wrong.
blah 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 blah
Are you
blah.
first level rogue?
Oh, it is 2d6. It just turned 2d6. I wrote that wrong. So make that 12 points of damage.
Okay. Anything else out of you, Eric?
Yes. Actually, no. Nope.
Okay. Akathor, you're up. Parisa, you're on deck.
Okay.
Okay, I am literally clinging to the edge of life, so I'm going to be swinging my heart out with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
And we are still flanking. Ooh, so close. Two 19s in a row.
Oh,
So 26 to hit.
that is definitely a hit.
8. Hey, max damage, 13.
Nice.
And then I will martial arts punch him in the booty. 13 to hit. Which I believe misses.
Are you rolling at advantage?
I did. I'm pretty sure that misses, so then I will key point and flurry of blows.
Awesome. Do it.
At least it hits. 19 to hit. For 7 points of damage.
Shink, shink.
Holy crap. You use this thing as a speed bag. And how much damage was that in total there, Akathor?
Well, the first one I can't remember. Oh no, my quarterstaff hit was 13 points,
Yep.
and then I missed with my second attack, and then my third attack was 7.
Okay, perfect.
So 21.
I did have that right. I just wanted to make sure that it did what it was supposed to do.
And that's all I got.
That's all, folks. Ooh.
Blah. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Akathor, Sorry, I'm good. My mind is not completely derailed, and I am totally focused on what I am doing right now.
We can totally tell.
Parisa, you're up.
Absolutely.
Enemies are on deck.
Okay, I am going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, if I can kind of sneak around the side, put me right next. Yeah, right there. So I'm technically, because
Oh yeah,
No.
you're flanking.
the wolfy thing is technically a large creature, isn't it? I mean,
No, I think
No.
it's just
That's just a really cool mini that I had to use.
okay, so I technically
Where'd you get that
can't
mini?
flank it.
You can flank it.
Oh, okay.
yeah. We're flanking it, so you are too.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, we'll go with that. So I'm gonna strike at it with my shillelagh quarterstave.
Do it.
Kamehameha.
2 17s. Interesting.
Just misses.
Why is a quarterstaff 2d or 1d6?
Quarterstaff is 1d6.
It's
unless you're
1d6
holding it
or
two-handed
6 or 8.
1d8.
Okay.
What they said.
Okay. So that is a oh my goodness lot to hit.
17 plus, it's 20 something. 20
Plus
20 lots to hit.
6. Oh my gosh.
23.
23 to hit.
That's a hit.
I got your back. Remember, I'm your guardian. I say as I'm bleeding out.
That is 7 points of magical bludgeoning.
Nice.
Oh wait, no, it's not a d6, it's a d8. I'm sorry. To be fair, this is the first time I've ever actually used shillelagh.
That's okay.
Can I go back to what I
Yes.
wanted? No. That's 6 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Anything else out of you, Parisa?
No.
All right.
Because field medic is an action, isn't it?
Field medic is bonus action.
Oh, then I'm gonna bop him with a field medic for 5 points of healing.
Thanks.
Awesome. Perfect. All right. The enemies are quickly going to take their turn. Rogith, you're the one up by the kitties. They are both going to move to attack you.
Good.
The one misses completely, but because it swiped at you, you go ahead and get to take your turn
Ah, good.
because you had it held.
Well,
Oh,
then,
good bounce.
Alright.
oh, that's a miss. 3 plus, what is it, 5? Yeah, so 8.
8?
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay. 8 damage or 8 to hit?
8 to hit.
Oh, sorry, that's a miss. We're gonna quickly finish this round. Anything else out of you, Rogith?
Being that it's not my turn, I can't use any of my other stuff, so yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
What? I missed it. What?
Just so you know, this is from me, but Stream Elements is being...
It's from the both of yous anywho. Alright, boys and girls.
We're done streaming tonight. I love you guys. I don't know what to say.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you ever so much for this bit war and donation war you guys started.
Someone just deleted it.
There is
It's been like
nothing that we can say that even gets close to the thank yous that we want to say. As you can see, you broke our deal. Quick shout out to Syrinscape for allowing for the audio that we've been using for our stream over the past few weeks here. Huge shout out to each and every one of you for the donations and bits. It is unbelievable the support you guys are showing us. Thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts.
And yes, Allie, it does help, and we really do love you guys.
Yeah.
All of our regulars and our newbies, we really do love you all. Like,
Yeah.
if you had told us a year ago when we started talking about doing this and said that we would be here tonight, you know,
Go make some t-shirts up for him.
That's what we can do. With
If
what
you
we got
say
to
no, I'm overruling you.
And come in, visit us
See, you
tomorrow.
broke him too.
Visit us tomorrow as we do Sand and Magic. Wednesday is going to be Curse of Straw.
Yep.
That would be a yes. Followed by Loramir and
In
then,
corsets and bacon.
and then Dragon.
I'm wearing the bacon.
Dragon Heist.
And then Dragon Heist, which I think we're wrapping it up that day as long as we're not dead.
Yeah, well, possibly last Dragon Heist, maybe second to last, depending on what you guys do.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, and we will find some other way other than words to say thank you to all of you.
Good night, everyone.
Night, everyone.
Thank you guys.